after the prayer like raptors we slay. The teachings of these pastors who fake, please rapture and slay. The Israelites that don't wanna man up, it's wartime. We gon' do what you command us. Hands up, hands clutch, our praises we clan up. It's wartime. Get ready, set and high. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. We are the army of the living God. We are the army of the living God. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. We are the army of the living God. We are the army of the living God. Pastor Henry, where you at, Ox? We pulling up and Geno Jennings is our next stop. We outside, where you at? Come take your best shot. We got them choppers aiming at you with them red dots. I'm talking Christ words, I got the right verbs to pierce the souls and know they gonna slice nerves. You don't keep the law of God, that's why you sight blurred. The love of Christian waxing colder than an iceberg. Silence, 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 you lying through your eyelids, saying that we violent. Silence, silence, silence. Try again, my friend, go repent of thy sins. You a bootlicker, and we some true spitters. I'm a very left and right, I'm keeping two hitters. Yosemite Sam, quick, draw McGraw. Ooh, who's quicker? Barely tap them on the shoulders and they lose triggers. It's wartime, it's wartime, it's wartime, it's wartime, it's wartime, it's wartime. We are the army of the living God, the living God. We are the army of the living God. Stay strong. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord. 10 toes down as I walk in the truth. Eyes to the sky like a hawk when it flew. Fist balled up, don't get caught with the deuce. Chip on my shoulder cause I'm lost in the loop. Cycles and circles, still trying to be the old man. Arms stretched to God, but it's like he don't hold hand. Knees to the ground, bowing down, but my soul stand strong in the Lord. Giving up, I get no chance. Chosen for a job, but can I finish it work? Flesh fight the spirit till I sin and it hurt. Spirit overcome, we implementing it verse. Psalms 31 and 5, committing it to him first. Navigating with the Bible, it's revealing the way. Embracing all the pain while you're stealing my faith. Elevating in wisdom, Lord, and still it in Jake. I mean, Lord, if I can visit, please give me to the day. Stay strong in the Lord. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord. Staying safe anyway. I'm Satan breaking in vaults. Palms in my face as I gaze at my thoughts. Lost in his maze. Which way should I walk? Asking for help, but when I pray, you don't talk. Living life in my head, got me fearing myself, man. Got me on edge, am I near my death? Thoughts of talking to you, or am I hearing myself? Medication in the scriptures got me clearing myself. Meditating in the scriptures got me focused on you. Levitating in the spirit got me closer to you. Heaven wait on the souls, upholding the truth. Soldiers and troops, seeking you like vultures for food. Cultural Jews, they see us all over the news. Vocal with views, awakening you like focus would do. Hoping you choose this way of life that's open to you. I'm about to self-destruct. I wish we never broken your rules. I'm about to self-destruct. I wish we never broken your rules. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Stay strong in the Lord, and the power is might. Hey, 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 we kings and priests, but that ain't what we seem to be. We dream of peace, but war is what we sing and preach. The kings and priests have risen, that's a scene to see. The kings and priests ruling in your genes and seeds. That hatred is real, but they cannot break this zeal. The sacred life by the law, obey it will. Elevate and build the kingdom, y'all, let's make it real. Cause it's getting hot in sin, go and take a chill. It'll burn you up, turn a man back to earth, it'll turn you dust. I'm turning up, thank you, y'all, for hearing me. My tear will speak to you till your ears will bleed. It ain't weird to be. No profit popping knowledge with the true word. 2/3 ain't gon' get it, but gon' get nuclear. Bomb by the ton, and here comes a new world. Well, with kings and priests who be rarer than a blue pearl. Finer than the best gold, redder than a ruby. Ooh, we all praise it, we our gods. Jury, 10 down, 2 feet, I hope you understood me. But right now, they don't see what we should be. Hey, we kings and priests, but that ain't what we seem to be. We dream of peace, but war is what we sing and preach. We kings and priests have risen, that's a scene to see. Yeah, kings and priests, ruling in your jeans and seas. Yeah, kings and priests. Yeah, kings and priests. Yeah, kings and priests. Yeah, kings and priests, ruling in your jeans and seas. Yeah.
We is chosen one. We is chosen one. We is chosen one. Yeah, we them people. We is chosen one. We is chosen one. We is chosen one. Yeah, we them people.
We chosen ones, we the golden ones. We toting Bibles, not toting guns. We destroying rivals like Pokemon. Not joining idols like Joseph's son, but receiving vitals from Joseph's son. Who's the king? I'm screaming Christ. He's the king who bringing light. The law of light is shining bright. Who am I? An Israelite. Still with law and still with might. Building talk to heal and fight for a nation who's not living right. From segregation to civil rights, they fought to see a change come. Protested, marched, then voted, but still you see it ain't one. Jerusalem where we came from, and that's where we going to. Equal rights and integration ain't for those who know the truth. They always opposing you. They all hate a chosen group. They cross ways in your false faith, that's why they ruling over you. The Bible is our holy fruit, take, eat, and be filled. We live in righteousness cause the chosen one know he's real. Forsake all these cheap thrills, keep the commandments and rise up. Romans 9 and 4 gon' rip, bro, that's why the nation despise us.
We his chosen one. We his chosen one. We his chosen ones. Yeah, we them people. We his chosen ones. We his chosen ones. We his chosen ones. Yeah, we them people.
They all go get it. Yeah. They all go get it. Yeah. They all. Here come the prophets and they roll. With the understanding, yeah, they all count the call. No, they ain't running at the Bible through the talk. The spirit walk with them. Prepare slaughter for the dog. They all gon' get it. Here come the prophets and they roll. With the understanding, yeah, they all count the call. No, they ain't running at the Bible through the talk. The spirit walk with them. Prepare slaughter for the dog. They all gon' get it.
They all gon' get it from their granddaddy to the children. Split them down the middle with stitches, can't even heal them. The prophets, they coming just like an Obadiah vision. That's why I told you names, cause I be picturing their vision. In the spirit, on the Lord's day, really me, I be fishing. Breakdown after breakdown, let's double honor to the bishops. Understand they coming from the Lord for this mission. We running in from the start until we finish, but we just getting started. Head up, ain't a bigger picture. Apparent slaughter, time to reap what you sold against Israel. Your feelings better kill them before Christ make his entrance, cause it's going down when he touches down.
Here come the prophets and they roll. With the understanding, yeah, they all count the call. No, they ain't running at the Bible through the talk. The spirit walk with them. Prepare slaughter for the dog. They all gon' get it. Here come the prophets and they roll. With the understanding, yeah, they all count the call. No, they ain't running at the Bible through the talk. The spirit walk with them. Prepare slaughter for the dog. They all gon' get it. Get your pastor on the sideline, sipping on the sideline. Going off that ooh, high as hell, tell a lie now. All on the internet, can I get a mic check? Now we got a blessed set, check them like a gamer jet. Shout out to the king, Jesus Christ our king. Stand back while I prophesy, Isaiah 14. Slaughter for his daughter, remember what they done to me. Revelation 13, chains on their neck and feet. They gotta go, that's for sure, back in slavery. Luke 1 and 68, yeah they hate me. Matthew
24 for sure. They deceive me. We the kings on this earth, standing on the beat. The prophets and they roll with the understanding. Yeah, they all come to call. No, they ain't running at the Bible through the talk. The spirit walk with them. Prepare slaughter for the dog. They all gon' get it. Here come the prophets and they roll with the understanding. Yeah, they all come to call. No, they ain't running at the Bible through the talk. The spirit walk with them. Prepare slaughter for the dog. They all gon' get it.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
You know why that's so heavy? Because white folks say that wasn't me. I didn't have you in slavery. That was my father's. I just reaped the benefits. I'm innocent, though. What does God say? Read again.
Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their
Here come the
fathers.
prophets and they roll with the understanding. Yeah, they all come to call. No, they ain't running at the Bible through the talk. The spirit walk with them. Prepare slaughter for the dog. They all gon' get it. Here come the prophets and they roll with the understanding. Yeah, they all come to call. No, they ain't running at the Bible through the talk. The spirit walk with them.
Shalom. Welcome to the
Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes.
I'm Officer Dunn, and to my right,
Officer Asadai.
Officer Jair.
Officer Jonah. Officer Jokanam.
I'll praise to the Most High. Let's pull up that thumbnail, y'all. Let's see what this thumbnail about.
That's right.
Hey, check this thumbnail out. So this is going to be about New Year's. It says the celebration of gods. We're talking about idol gods, gifts, because we were the gifts that they celebrated about, and our punishment. So they celebrate our punishment. Now let's look at these pictures. We have what? Caesar Borgia. Who is that in the top right?
Top right corner.
Yeah, the lady of who?
Guadalupe.
Lady of Guadalupe. That's what a lot of Issachar is into today. That's where the what they call it, the Immaculate Conception come from.
Right.
And we got in the top left how the conquistadors came in and brought Christianity with them. And you see that they forced Christianity on us. And today we just Christian means white supremacy, by the way.
Right.
Means you ain't got to keep no laws, do evil, and all sorts of things like that. But we're going to get into it.
I like how Jair got Caesar Borgia looking like that random white guy at everybody's job. Or like the random Edomite that be homeless and panhandling.
Bring it out.
How he looks.
Oh, also, look at that. You see Janus. That's the Roman god Janus. I almost forgot
Bring it
about
out.
that picture. The two-headed Roman god as well. So, yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. So we're going to go into the history and why we celebrate New Year's today. What you got, Officer?
I was just about to say, Officer, hey, we about to piss a lot of so-called Hispanics off with that so-called virgin image of Guadalupe. The pure virgin of Guadalupe. Hey, I hope y'all ready. Let's go.
Officer, you know what's crazy? I ran into this dude today, like on our way here I was getting some coffee at Quick Trip, right? So I ran into this dude. He looked like a dude that we had talked to on the reservation. I was like, you look familiar. This dude started to talk to me about the pozole and the origins of pozole and how that comes from when the Aztecs used to eat people. And I was like, oh yeah, we just brought that out on the show. So I feel like a lot of Hispanics don't know the evil that they really into, but some are like, I know. But yeah, like you said, we about to piss them off.
They know, but they don't
care.
They don't give a damn. Right. They YOLO.
Oh, you only live once?
I always wonder, like, when did y'all stop worshiping white Jesus and y'all went to white Mary? When did white Mary become more of a prominent figure than white Jesus?
Bring it out.
I don't get it, but we're going to see.
I think it's all one and the same.
Right. It happened somewhere in 1500. We're going to kind of go over. That comes from the Lady of Annunciation. So,
Lady of what now?
Annunciation, something like that.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, we're going to bring it out tonight. But what you got?
No, I said you're right. You know, like you was bringing it out. You know that a lot of Hispanics. You know, you guys have Israelites. You guys not Hispanics or Latinos. You know, and then you praying to the wrong God. That's why we're in the condition we are.
Right.
Bring it out.
So let's pull up that first video.
Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. IUIC Denver in the classroom. Make sure you donate to the Booster Club so we can send the profits all around the world. My finger's doing a weird thing. Here we go. Donate to the Booster Club, send the profits all around the world.
That's right.
What if I told you New Year's Day is actually in March and that January 1st is the pagan religious New Year? That's right. The idea of starting the year in January might just be pagan sun worship. The Romans dedicated New Year's Day to Janus, the god of gates, doors, and beginnings, for whom the first month of the year, January, is also named. After Julius Caesar reformed the calendar in 46 BC and was eventually unalived, the Roman Senate voted to deify him on the 1st of January. The month originally owed its name to the deity Janus, who had two faces, one looking forward and the other looking backward. I mean, do you really want to follow the new year of the oligarchs who've told you that the month beginning with Sept is the 9th month and the month beginning with OCT is the 10th month?
Hey, that's heavy. That's heavy what he said. He's basically saying, like, are you that dumb that you don't understand that oct means 8, but you still call it the 10th month? He basically called you all stupid. That was heavy.
Exactly. He gonna go a little farther with it. Hey, Cleo.
They even got the octopus on there. You see that? No, keep it up there. Keep it up there. They got the octopus, meaning 8, just in case you couldn't counter new Latin. Come on.
The case, then my pet octopus is missing 2 limbs. And if you think about it, starting a new year in the dead of winter, when everything is dormant and lifeless, feels strange. In ancient times, many cultures began the year in March. Why? Because that's when life starts again. It's spring, the equinox, when day and night are balanced and the earth awakens from its slumber. Crops begin to grow, animals emerge, and the world feels alive. Isn't that the perfect time for a new beginning? Either that or naturally follow the lunar calendar, which guides us through the months. In fact, before modern calendars, the new year often started with the first new moon after the spring equinox. It's a celestial marker uniting the rhythms of the earth, the moon, and the sun into one harmonious system. It's the same with how Sunday used to be the first day of the week and Saturday used to be the day for rest. But now it's Sunday when all the shops are closed, all the banks are closed, and you're forced to take your weekly holy day dedicated to the sun. So the next time you think 12 a.m. on the 1st of January is New Year, just make sure they're not talking about you when they say April Fool.
Hey, officer, you in the spirit, because
Right.
everything he just said, Bishop had already brought out yesterday. You in the spirit.
All praises, all praises. Hey, because we got to think about this. Hey, as a matter of fact, let's get it. Let's get the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 1. And make sure y'all cue up that Compact Bible Dictionary for after this.
That's right.
Let's see. When is the first month of the year? Deuteronomy 16 and verse 1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16 and verse 1. Observe the month of Abib.
It says, observe the month of Abib. Now, that's a key word right there, Abib. And we're going to go back and see what that word actually means. Observe the month of Abib, read.
And keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God. For in the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
Okay, in the month of Abib, observe the month of Abib. Go to Exodus 12 and 2.
Let's go.
Exodus 12 and 2. Let's read that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you.
So that's a month of Abib, right? The beginning of months. The first month of the year to you. All right, let's pull up the Compact Bible Dictionary and let's look up Abib. All right, this is the Compact Bible Dictionary. All right, let's go to that. Open the page up to Abib. All right, let's read that.
Abib, an ear of corn.
An ear of corn. All right, now when can you get an ear of corn? During the spring. Read.
The pre-exilic name for the first month of the year.
So Abib is the pre-exilic name for the first month of the year, which we read in Deuteronomy 16 and 1. Read.
Exodus 13 and 4. Exodus 23:15 and Exodus 34 and 18. After the exile, the name was changed to Nisan.
The exile when we went into Babylon, because Nisan is Babylonian. Read.
It fell about the time of our March and early April.
So it fell around the time of March, early April. That's the spring. That's the month of Abib, which is the new year. So January, like you seen in the video, that's an idol god. That comes from an idol god named Janus.
Right.
That's right.
A two-headed idol god. So you celebrate New Year's or New Year's in the winter or celebrate New Year's at all, you're celebrating an idol god by the name of Janus. Y'all got to be aware of that, but we're going to kind of go into the history because they were actually celebrating New Year's from December 25th all the way into the 1st. And during that time, we went through some brutal punishments. It wasn't fun for us. It was about serving idol gods, right? And just taking us through all kind of brutality, sacrificing us, killing us, and everything. Now they just changed it around a little bit. Now they got a white Jesus, a white woman, and all these things. But you're still doing the same thing. You're still heavy into idolatry. So now we're going to pull up, let's pull up this article. It's the Roman god Janus. Let's pull that up. All right. Yep. Put that on the screen.
Janus. Scroll down. In ancient Roman religion and myth, Janus is the god of beginnings, gates, transitions, time, duality, doorways, passages, frames, and endings. He is usually depicted as having a double-sided head. The month of January is named for Janus, Janus, According to ancient Roman farmers' almanacs, Juno was mistaken as the tutelary deity of the month of January. But Juno is the tutelary deity of the month June. Janus presided over the beginning and ending of conflict, and hence war and peace. The gates of the temple of Janus in Rome was opened in the time of war and closed to mark the arrival of peace. As a god of transitions, he had functions pertaining to birth and the journeys and exchange. And in his association with Portunus, a similar harbor and gateway god, he was concerned with traveling, trading, and shipping. Janus had no flamen or specialized priests, sacerdos, assigned to him, but the king of the sacred rites, Rex Sacrorum, himself carried out his ceremonies. Janus had an ubiquitous presence in religious ceremonies throughout the year. As such, Janus was ritually invoked at the beginning of each ceremony, regardless of the main deity honored on any particular occasion. While the ancient Greeks had no known equivalent to Janus, there is a considerable overlap with Colsons of the Etruscan pantheon.
So let's click on Colsons. All right, let's read that because the Romans got this from what did you call them?
The Etruscans.
The Etruscans.
Bring it
The
out.
Etruscans called it Colsons, right? Which is the same god of it has two heads. Let's read that.
Colsons is an Etruscan deity known from 4 inscriptions and a variety of iconographical material, which includes coins, statuettes, and a sarcophagus. Colsons is usually rendered as a male deity with 2 faces, and at least 2 statuettes depicting him have been found in close association with city gates. These characteristics suggest that he was a protector of gateways, who could watch over the gate with 2 pairs of eyes.
Now let's click on Etruscan deities. All right, let's scroll down. Let's look at the deities now. We just want to go over some of the deities. You can stroll down and kind of see them. You see the general term up for gods. You see the gods of light, gods of darkness. Scroll down. Keep going. You see, what is it called? Colsons, right? And that's the two-faced god of doors and doorways.
Right, showing you it's the same God as Janus.
Right.
Same God.
Because Esau don't have no culture of their own. Everything they have, they steal from others.
Right.
So they stole this prophetic god and called it after themselves.
Right, and you can see these gods just it dates back, pre-Roman. Let's look at it again. Let's look at these deities again. Scroll down. There should be one that's called the God of War, which I think that was where they got March from. There you go. Laron. Just put your arrow on Laron. Read that.
Laron. In Etruscan mythology and religion, Laron is the god of war. In art, he was portrayed as a naked youth wearing a helmet, a cuirass, and carrying a spear, shield, or lance. Laron also appeared to be an underworld god.
That's enough. All right.
Why was he naked?
Yeah, because
Right.
all Roman this stuff ends up talking about gay.
Always.
All they sculptures, everything's naked. So if you celebrate these Roman Edomite customs, you support this gay stuff.
Right.
Everything you show, even Christianity, Catholicism, naked baby angels,
Yeah,
everything is naked. Everything is gay.
They be taking their effeminate white Jesus and putting them naked up on the cross.
Yeah, but the thing is out.
Even how they depicted Adam and Eve. That's why they always depicted naked with no damn clothes on in the garden. But guess what? It's not talking about they didn't have clothes on. Adam was a god. He had some clothes on.
Right.
Sheesh.
Right. Let's go back again to the deities. You can see they got Hercules. All that stuff come from.
A word?
Yeah, when you go to Hercule, right?
That's crazy.
From the Greek hero what is that? Heracles, Roman Hercules. Yeah, keep strolling down. But none of this is new is what I'm going into. There's no new thing under the sun. You can stroll down. Yep, you see. Yep.
Minerva.
God of Mars. But yeah, we just want to show you that this goes back. You know, even before the Greeks. What you call them? Etruscans.
Etruscans.
Yeah.
Right.
Officer, to your point, actually, in the Mesopotamian Akitu is the oldest recorded New Year of the Babylonians used to celebrate. 2000 BC, they used to celebrate a New Year of, like you say, it was like from 11 to 12 days. They used to celebrate in Babylonia.
Yeah, they did, and they used to celebrate. Even though they New Year felt around in the spring, they still celebrated.
Right.
But it was to their god.
To the god.
Like the 12 days of Christmas?
Hit the bomb!
Right.
Message.
Yeah.
Things that make you go,
Yep. All right, so next, let's pull up that next video now. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with Janice. What you got?
No, just real quick. So Janice, right, dealing with the God of beginnings, endings. So what's that saying? Every time y'all do y'all New Year's resolution, every time y'all reflect on the previous year and make a vision, make goals for the next year on January 1st, just know it's in the same spirit as that Roman God.
Why you can't just get your life right now? Why
Right,
you gotta wait
Right.
till December 31st at midnight?
Hey,
And
that's
then
where
you
that
2 weeks
so-called
in.
New Year's resolution come from.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, this year, right, is a new beginning. It's gonna be better than the year before.
Bring it out.
Now you gonna stop being a hoe, allegedly.
This year I'm gonna be more godly while I'm
Right.
still doing the pagan holiday.
Still smoking weed.
Right.
And they slick because it's like, it's not evil to reflect on your life and make goals for yourself. But we saying, why do you do it on December 31st and January 1st?
Bring it out.
Why do you get a gym membership and go January and part of February and don't use it for the rest of the
Stop.
year? Why do you do that?
I gotta vent now. I hate that. Oh my God. With people, I'm trying to get a quick workout in before I gotta go on a flyer mission and go to camping. Yo, dumb butt in there knowing darn well you don't know how to lift no weights. You ain't really trying. You finna be done in 3 months. Man, take your butt home somewhere, bruh.
It just goes to show that the people, our people, are just a bunch of followers. When we was looking at the deities earlier, it was clear that, you know, what is it called? The Etruscans, that they had the god Celsius. What was it called? Cul. Colsians, right? During that time, the people had a two-headed god. But when the Romans came in, the concept stayed the same. They just changed the idol. They just changed the god. Concept still the same today. They just changed the god. They got white Jesus now. They got the Lady of Guadalupe now. You know, it's the same thing.
Bring it
Right,
out.
so we gotta ask ourselves, what are we following? What are we celebrating? We never ask ourselves those questions.
Why? Why am I doing a New Year's resolution? Why? Why am I doing this?
Bring it
Right.
out.
Let's get the next video.
Did you know the longest year in history? 445 days long. In 46 BC, Julius Caesar faced a major problem. The Roman calendar was a mess, with seasons drifting out of sync. To fix this, Caesar introduced the Julian calendar. But to realign the year with the seasons, he added a massive 90 extra days to 46 BC, making it the longest year ever, 445 days long. Known as the Year of Confusion, this adjustment set the stage for the calendar we use today.
So, as you can see, Julius Caesar wanted to realign the calendar because the Romans, as we're going to go through, they had a 10-month calendar, right? They tried to come in and change things. They had a 10-month calendar from, I think, March to December. And the extra roughly 50 days, they they did nothing, just used those days, threw them in there somehow until till it came back around to the next month.
It was just junk time?
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
Crazy. And again, that shows you that the heathens are stupid.
Right.
What you just got days you not using? Like, what is going on?
And it also proves that they cannot be the people of this book, because the scriptures say we would have no power. Power is being able to say, you know what? The whole world, hey, let me take away these 60 days. Let me add 60 more days. We black folk don't get the power to do that. This is the real Israelites are the poor that have no power, no strength, no might to do anything to push, let alone laws across the whole universe. You can't do that.
Right. That's you can prove that, man. Go ahead and get the scripture in Daniel.
Let's go.
Because it say he will change times.
720.
Yeah, get that.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25.
Let's go.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and the dividing of time.
So he shall be against the Most High, speak great words against the Most High, because the cycles went around. It was a lunar cycle. Basically, the moon, right, goes around the I think goes around the Earth, right? 12 cycles. Each cycle is roughly 29 days or something like that. Roughly 29 days till you have 12 cycles. He changed that. He want to go off a solar system, off the sun. So he want to change everything, but we're going to get into that.
What?
Everything, the Lord put everything in place like it should be, but guess what? This man, he want to come in and change everything.
And that shows you his pride. Like, how are you going to tell the creator of the earth, like, hey, the way you keep in time is wrong. We finna do it like this.
You telling the Ancient of Days, you don't know what you're talking about.
Like,
That's crazy.
I made it for this purpose. Nah. We finna do it like this.
Hey, and that goes into how literal they took sun worship.
Right.
They said, nah, the year finna be based on the sun, cycles of the sun. We finna say the earth, along with all the planets, rotate around the sun. When God say, no, I bring up the sun and bring it down in its circuits.
Right.
You know?
Or the month is called after the mood.
Right.
Not by what you want to call it or how you want to do it, or you take the days that I place there and say they just extra days. That's like if you building furniture and you know how Judah do. It got extra pieces in it. No, the manufacturer put the pieces in there for a reason.
He said, yeah, I think this couch good. I'm gonna slide these pieces over to the corner.
We don't need them. Them extras.
Straight, though.
Hey, I'm cut. I literally did it like 2 weeks ago.
Jesus.
They didn't give me the manual. I said, you know what? I see these extra screws, but it looked like it's good.
What, you got it from IKEA?
Nah, it was I don't know where I got it from. Hey, but it's still standing though.
It's a Temu couch.
It's still standing.
All right, now let's go to a little bit of the history. Let's pull up the Julian calendar. So, yep, and we're gonna read that Roman calendar. No, go back to the Julian calendar first. And yep, pull that on the screen there. All right, scroll up, read that first sentence.
The Julian calendar is a solar calendar of 365 days, and every year with an additional leap day every fourth year without exception.
All right, scroll down. Go back up. Up more. No, let's see. Read that.
Which part?
The Julian calendar.
The Julian
Did
calendar.
you already read that?
No, sir.
Yeah, read that.
The Julian calendar was proposed in 46 BC by, and it takes its name from, Julius Caesar, as a reform of the early Roman calendar, which was largely a lunisolar one. It took effect on the 1st of January 45 BC by his edict.
So in 46 BC, he created the year of confusion to realign the calendar, right? And by 45 BC, it took effect. So, keep reading.
It took effect on the 1st of January 45 BC by his edict. Caesar's calendar became the predominant calendar in the Roman Empire and subsequently most of the Western world for more than 1,600 years. Until 1582, when Pope Gregory XIII promulgated a revised calendar. Ancient Romans typically designated years by the names of ruling consuls. The Anno Domini system of numbering years was not devised until 525 and became widespread in Europe in the 8th century.
Now, let's stroll up. Click on Nadano cycle.
When it goes into Anno Domini, that means the year of our Lord. So that's based off the death of Christ, the death and resurrection of Christ.
No, stroll back up. So you're going to go to Roman calendar.
Yeah, you gotta go back.
All right. So read that first. Let's read Roman calendar first. Let's read that, Roman calendar.
The Roman calendar was the calendar used by the Roman Kingdom and Roman Republic.
Okay, go to according. The next paragraph.
According to most Roman accounts, their original calendar was established by their legendary first king, Romulus.
So Romulus is the founder of Rome. In case y'all didn't know that. This guy named Romulus. All right, read on.
It consisted of 10 months, the beginning in spring with March and leaving winter as an unassigned span of days before the next year. These months each had 30 or 31 days and ran for 38 nonendial cycles.
So they had 10 months, and those months ran for 30 or 31 days. So some of the months ran for 30 days. Let's say 4 of the months were 30, and 6 of the months were 31 days. And it ran for 38 nonendial cycles. Right, which a nonendial cycle is 8 days. So click on that nonendial cycle. Let's read that at the second paragraph.
The nonendial cycle, market week or 8-day week, was the cycle of days preceding and including each nundine. These were marked on fasti using nundinal letters from A to H. The earliest form of the Roman calendar is sometimes said to have included exactly 38 such cycles, running for 304 days from March to December, before an unorganized expanse of about 50 winter days. The lengths of the Republican and Julian calendars, however, were not evenly divisible by 8. Under these systems, the nundinae fell on a different letter each year. These letters form the basis of the latter Christian Dominical letters.
So, bring it out. Dominical letter. So you as you can see, so it says, so those 38 cycles equal 304 days. So they roughly had, I think the lunar system, the total, it equals roughly around 354 days. So they had an extra like 50 days that. Okay, read from March to December.
From March to December, before an unorganized expanse of about 50 winter days.
Unorganized expanse for about 50 winter days that they just they didn't know what to do with, or they just let go.
It's just confusion. Right. What are they talking? What? Why are you making it an 8-day week when God said on the 7th day you rest and you start over? Like this, the white man crazy. Man.
Right. It just goes into it. Just done some stupid.
He just do what he want to do.
Did what he want to do. So let's go back to the Roman calendar, and we're gonna go to fasti, so y'all can see what that means. Oh, right there. Click on there. All right, read that.
Fasti. In ancient Rome, the fasti were chronological or calendar-based lists, or other diachronic records or plans of officials and religiously sanctioned events. After Rome's decline, the word fasti continued to be used for similar records in Christian Europe and later Western culture. Public business, including the official business of the Roman state, had to be transacted on these fasti, or allowed days. The fasti were the records of this business. In addition to the word's general sense, there were fasti that recorded specific kinds of events, such as the Fasti Triumphalis, list of triumphs celebrated by Roman generals. The division of time used in the fasti were based on the Roman calendar.
Okay, now go back to the Roman calendar. All right, where did you see fasti again?
Scroll down.
Scroll down. Yeah. Go back to it. Yeah.
Go back to the Julian calendar.
Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
let's say there were marked on fasti using nominal letters from A to H. These were marked. So fasti is what is a record? A record of click on it again.
In ancient Rome, the fasti were chronological or calendar-based lists, or other diachronic records or plans of official religiously sanctioned events.
Okay, official religiously sanctioned events. Message. All right, now go back.
It's like the evil Leviticus 23.
Yes. So they try to make the calendar revolve around their religious events, around their idol gods. This is what this whole thing was about. Now let's go back to the Roman calendar, and we're gonna go to the original calendar.
According to the
All right, the original calendar. This is their 10-month calendar. All right, let's read that a little bit.
legendary 10-month calendar, the Romans themselves usually described their first organized year as one within 10 fixed months, a decimal division fitting general Roman practice. There were 4 months of 31 days, March, May, Quintilis, and October, called full months.
So 4 months of 31 days called full months, read.
And 6 months of 30 days, April, June, Sextilis, September, November, and December, called hollow months, Cavimenensis. These 304 days made up exactly 38 nundinal cycles. The months were kept in alignment with the moon. However, by counting the new moon as the last day of the first month and simultaneously the first day of the next month, the system is usually said to have left.
So look at that. They counted the new moon as the last day of the first month, simultaneously the first day of the second month. So technically, instead of March, April, they went April, May as the the new moon. That's the first month.
Bring it out.
This is some crazy stuff.
They put effort into doing everything against God. Like it's effortful to actually do this. This is a lot of work and mathematics and
bunch of confusion,
chaos
man.
and confusion. Why? Why not just do what God said to do?
Can I get a precept?
Go ahead,
real
go
quick?
ahead.
1 Corinthians 14:33 to go with that point. This lets you know, because everybody knows the Romans were white people. Everybody knows
Right.
that. That's not like hidden knowledge or anything.
Right.
So if this is how the white man gets down, and you can see that they run off these same calendars today, it lets you know what type of person we're dealing with. Go ahead, read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33.
Bring it out.
For God is not the author of confusion.
He's not the author of what?
Of confusion.
Meaning God does not deal with this white man like that. This white man go off and make whatever he want to do. And like the officer just said, this is confusion. I'm Judah, bro, so I'm not good at counting. All of that, terrible. I hated every second of reading that. It was bad. What you making faces for?
Judah
You
can
Zebulon.
count.
No, Judah can count.
I mean,
you
Zebulon.
might not be Judah.
You
That's
Zebulon.
probably
First
what.
of all,
Judah can
you
count.
Zebulon. And you're Asher, so we're not really asking. the guys
Judah's
things.
been good with numbers, but go ahead.
No, I'm good at numbers. I can count money and stuff. Read it again.
Count money. Come on. Here we go. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion.
All of that we just read, nundinal and fasty and the new moon being the last day and the first day
And
at
50
the same
days
time.
of nothingness
It-
days.
Why?
Do you go to work? I mean, do you stay home?
Yeah, where do those
Like,
50 days go?
What is going on?
And it's crazy because God gives First day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, seventh day.
That's
Next
right.
week, first day. All this weird stuff that y'all got going on, man, is confusion. Read.
For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints.
And it goes with the New Year's. It goes with that worship of Janus. God don't want us doing that garbage.
Even with when the officer was breaking down the meaning of Janus, he even talked about how it was talking about end of war and going into peace. If you celebrate New Year's, you thinking that our people are in peace right now. We're not. We're still getting shot down the street. We strung it on drugs. We think our nationality is a color in a crayon box. We call ourselves Latino X, all these different things, calling ourselves property of Spain. We're not a peaceful. We're not in peace. You celebrating New Year's means you're celebrating the what do you call it? The supremacy of your enemy, white supremacy.
Hey, you popping bottles and fireworks, celebrating peace, not knowing you at war.
Right.
Hey, you got to. I'm telling you, this white man something else. Because the Lord, he put everything how it's supposed to be. But this white man, he want to change everything to revolve around his religious events. So he went to a solar system, so everything will revolve around his religious event, not the Lord's feast days, but his religious events. That's all this change is all about. So let's read again. Pull that back up, and we're going to start again at these 304 days, these 304 days, because those 38 Nundano cycles, right, which is you got 8 days, so 8 times 38 is 304 days, so they just 8 up into 304 days. But let's see what happened. Read on.
These 304 days made up exactly 38 Nundano cycles. These months were kept in alignment with the moon. However, by counting the new moon as the last day of the first month and simultaneously the first day of the next month, the system is usually said to have left the remaining 2 to 3 months of the year as an unorganized winter, since they were irrelevant to the farming cycle.
They were irrelevant to the cycle, to crops, to everything.
What?
It was out of alignment. Read.
Macrobius claims the 10th month calendar was fixed and allowed to shift until the summer months were completely misplaced, at which time additional days belonging to no month were simply inserted into the calendar until it seemed things were restored to their proper place.
So those extra 50 days was just on the calendar until they rolled back around until things just fell back in place. That's how they was rolling.
He found a hole and just kind of stuffed it in there. Like,
how you misplace a day? How you misplace a day? Like you misplace like your phone. You misplace the keys. They don't misplace a day. 50 of them?
No, not
50 days.
How you misplace 50 days?
They called it no days.
You know
No
how
month.
dumb you got to be to misplace a day?
Right,
50
exactly.
of them?
That lets you know this white man is not as smart as we give him.
Yeah, we give them way too much credit. The reason why they rule right now is because of God, not because they some type of powerful being. Because
we
they
sin.
Yes.
It's because we sin. It's because you choose to worship the Virgin Guadalupe, the Mother Mary, the Sun, Baal, Nimrod, Janus. You rather do Mother's Day, Dog Day, Rabbit Day, and all that garbage.
And it's heavy because that script you brought out, officer, was on point. Because think about it. Like you said, if they the people of the book and they have formulated a calendar for the world to follow, but it say God is not the author of confusion. To have 50 no name days, no month days,
loose days,
is confusion. Just like what they say, the Big Bang Theory. It's like the same concept. Hey, the earth got here because of meteorites that then collided together and somehow made perfection. And the white man say, yeah, just tell him that. Just go with that. It's the same concept. God don't deal like that. God gives us straight commandments and rewards and judgments for breaking them. God is very clear. And that's how we got to be. They are not the people of God, man.
Right. Let's pull that back up again, and we're going to stroll down to the calendar, see what it looked like. Right here, you can see the calendar, the 10-month calendar. You got March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, right? That's a 10-month calendar. It tells the days that are in it. It tells what each month means. The month of Mars, the month of Mayo, the Juno, then 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th month with 304 days. All right?
They named their months after their gods.
Exactly. All right, now we're going to go back and we're going to look at the revised calendar.
Oh, that's crazy.
What you
March
got?
is named after Mars. I didn't realize that.
Yep, that goes back into those deities. I think Mars actually means the
god of war.
God of war. Just touch it. Touch Mars. No, yeah, Mars. Yep. So you see, that goes back to the God of war. Crazy. Right?
That's like Bishop was saying, and the whole earth is gonna worship the first beast. Mm-hmm. Meaning we walk around, we don't worship Rome. We don't. Yes, we do. Everything we do in the United States is in worship and reverence of Roman ideas.
Pull the scripture.
The whole calendar is aligned with his religious events instead of God's.
Right. That's Revelations 13 and 12.
Let's go.
The book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 12.
Let's go.
And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him.
Hey, start at 11.
Verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
So that other beast, this is parable, right? Revelations is what's the word?
Allegorical.
Allegories. The beast is talking about that. Read it again. I'm sorry.
And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
That other beast is talking about the United States of America. Read.
Come on.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Going into Democrat, Republic,
right?
And how do America speak? As a dragon. They try to be peaceful like a lamb, but war is in their heart. They always against the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
That first beast was their brothers, the Roman Empire, that had failed for a time.
Right.
It says America exercises or implements all of Roman's gods inside of this kingdom.
Right.
Go ahead.
And causeth the earth and them that dwell therein.
No, they ask the earth. What do they do? They cause the earth. They force it down. They force it in your face.
Right.
These names: January, February, the Julius calendar, Gregorian calendar, all these things. Latin on your dollar bill, things like that. Go ahead.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Right. All of it is Rome, as well as going into Caesar Borgia, the white Jesus that we serve today, that our people serve today. Same thing.
Because even going back to what Officer Adana brought out earlier about January being the principal month in which they worship Julius Caesar. Mm-hmm. So as long as you're doing New Year's and you popping in fireworks and you doing your New Year's resolution, you are worshiping Julius Caesar, the Kaiser, the ruler of the Roman Empire. You still worshiping that first beast.
And it's heavy that you holding on cause the earth, right? Because we can see, like, what was that first video we was watching about, like, October means 8, but it's the 10th month. We could see that logically, but somehow, no, we're not changing it to make sense. You're going to honor these months the way I said, even though it's confusing.
That's not speaking like a dragon. It's the witchcraft.
Right.
You can count 8. Oct means 8. Right. But he thought that witchcraft thought you'd be like, nah, it's 10.
I hate it here.
All right. Let's go back now, and we're gonna pull up Numa Pompilius, the revised calendar this time.
Oh, you speaking Latin?
It's gonna be under the Roman calendar. Stroll down.
Officer Don was a Jew in Rome. Here we go. Romulus' successor, Numa Pompilius.
Click on revised calendar. Well, go ahead and read that little part first.
Romulus' successor, Numa Pompilius, was then usually credited with a revised calendar that divided winter between the 2 months of January and February, shortened most of the other months accordingly, and brought everything into rough alignment with the solar year by some system of intercalation. This is a typical element of lunisolar calendars and was necessary to keep the Roman religious festivals and other activities in their proper season.
Again, this is all about their religious festivals, right? And not God's.
The hell is this?
That's why they want to realign the calendar. They went solar. Let's go to now the revised calendar. Okay, scroll down. Well, let's read a little bit about the revised calendar.
Republican calendar. The attested calendar of the Roman Republic was quite different. It had 12 months already, including January and February during the winter. According to Livy, it was Numa Pompilius, the second king of Rome, who divided the year into 12 lunar months. 50 days, says Censorinus, were added to the calendar, and a day taken from each month of the 30 days to provide for the 2 winter months.
So now they did something with those 50 days that they wasn't doing nothing with. But go ahead.
Janarius and Februarius, both of which had 28 days. This was a lunar year of 354 days. But because of the Roman superstition about even numbers, an additional day was added to January to make the calendar 355 days long. Auspiciously, each month now
It should have been 354, right? We're adding January and February to 12 months. But no, it's like, nah, we can't do that. But go ahead, keep reading.
this?
Auspiciously, each month now had an odd number of days. Martius, Maius, Quinctilis, and October continued to have 31. The other months, 29, except for February, which had 28 days. Considered unlucky, it was devoted to the rites of purification for Brua, and expiation appropriate to the last month of the year. Although these legendary beginnings attested to the venerability of the lunar calendar of the Roman Republic, its historical origin probably was the publication of a revised calendar by the Decemviri in 450 BC as part of the 12 Tables, Rome's first code of law.
Okay, stroll down. Let's read the second one. I know it's a little math in there, the second paragraph. Read that.
The inequality between the lunar year of 355 days and the tropical year of 365.25 days.
So the lunar year is actually 354, but they created a solar year was 365.25 days. Read.
Led to a shortfall over 4 years of 10.25 times 4 equal 41 days. Theoretically, 22 days were interpolated into the calendar in the second year of the 4-year cycle and 23 days in the fourth. This produced an excess of 4 days over the 4 years, in line with the normal 1-day excess over 1 year. The method of correction was to truncate February by 5 days and follow it with the intercalary month, which thus commenced normally on the day after February 23rd and had either 27 or 28 days. February 23rd was the Terminalia, and in a normal year, it was a AD 7 Cal Mart. Thus, the dates of the festivals of the last 5 days of February were preserved, account of them being actually named and counted inclusively in days before the calends of March. They were traditionally part of the celebration of the New Year, which was occasionally a delay of 1 day, a dies intercalaris being inserted between February 23rd and the start of mensis intercalaris, for the purpose of avoiding a clash between a particular festival and a particular day of the week.
That's good. That's good. Now let's scroll down to the calendar. We're gonna give you. So this is the calendar, right? When you look to the left, you see January, February, and then they put a leap month in between January and February, right? So now, when you stroll to the left, you see the first year, right? You see the January got 29 days, February 28, and then so the first year they didn't use the leap year, but let's look at the second year. It was common. Well, okay, no, I take that back. February was 28 days. Now look at the second year. That's when they added the leap year. Right? The second year they added they took away 5 days from February, and they made February had 23 days. So starting from the 24th day, they added another 27 days.
What?
Right? Which is the intercalary month. So the third year, February it was a regular month with 28 days. In the fourth year, they added 28 days. So now when you stroll down to the left, you got January, right? You got the leap year, stroll down. You got March, April, May, June, July. And it tells you what each one means, August, September, October. Then here's where they changed October to the 10th month. November, December. Now when you stroll down, you got your regular year, 355. And then stroll back up. Your second year, stroll back down, you got 377 days. Your third year, you got 355. Your fourth year, 378 days. Which is still off on a solar calendar.
What?
Yeah.
Right, I don't.
What?
So they added a whole leap month.
Leap month?
So stroll back up. So every other year. So not the first year, second, third, every second and fourth year.
Damn.
All right, now.
You what?
I mean, this is crazy what they doing.
Yeah.
So basically, even after trying to clean the year up, it's still confusion.
It's still confusion.
It's still confusion.
Hey, just so I'm clear, when they say a leap month, could you break that down one more time?
A leap month, right?
Come on.
So they basically added another month. So they had 355 days, which their religious events were off again.
So they just added another month?
They added another month to try to align their religious events up right.
Jesus.
Come on.
So eventually,
man.
Julius is going to come in with again, and it's going to be like 364 days point something. It's going to be off a little bit more. Then the Gregorian calendar going to come in and align it pretty much just what they have today.
Now, how you have a 0.25 of a day? Because I was wondering.
Yeah.
How you have a fourth of a day?
They
calculated sun move and go backward
by the minute.
What they was out here throwing dice. It was like, yep, that's it. That's what day.
Officer, you know, you to your point, you know, the Roman religion, they want to find out precise days to do the religion,
their religious
sacrificials, because they're trying to copy the Bible. You know what I mean? They try to copy the Bible, and then that's how they thought that if they don't do it precise days, they're gonna have bad fortune.
Right, because the Bible, it was lining up perfectly.
Yes.
They was trying to keep getting their religious festivals to line up perfectly. They was against God. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, that's why they could never
That's
get
what
it
it's
right.
all about.
Yeah.
Hey, you mind if I pull a script?
Go ahead.
Give me Sirach 43:6, because it goes Officer Di. It goes into what Bishop was bringing out yesterday as far as the moon and how our feast days are celebrated and calculated versus like Officer Yakanan is saying how they worship their idols. Which, I mean, with all this confusion, I mean, you can kind of expect that from a people that worship animals that they also have sex with. So go ahead, read that.
You just gonna drop that on them and just read the script?
Yep.
All right.
Just move right past it.
The book
Y'all know what white people do. Stop playing with me. Go ahead.
All right. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach and the Apocrypha, chapter 43 and verse 6.
Let's go.
He made the moon also to serve in her season.
So the moon shows what the different seasons, just like what the dude had said. You know that first moon in the spring is the start of the year. And after that, you have Passover. So by counting from the moon, you know when the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread is. You know when Pentecost is. You know when the Feast of Tabernacles. When the blowing of trumpets is. When all these when the Day of Atonement is. You know all of these based off the moon. But like Officer Yakanan said, the white man's like, yo, I'm finna do what I want to do so I can worship my weirdo God. So I can worship myself. And by worshiping himself, he caused all this confusion to permeate in the earth. Keep reading.
He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times.
A declaration of time. So we know by how God does the moon, that's how we know how to set the time. Read.
And a sign of the world.
A sign to know when our rulership is and when we going into slavery. If you caught it from yesterday, go back and watch Bishop's class. I got to go back and watch it too. Read.
From the moon is the sign of feast.
So you know what God's feasts are based off the moon. And like Officer Yakanan said, they try to copy it and do it their own way to go against God. Read.
A light that decreaseth in her perfection.
In her what?
In her perfection.
So the way God set it up is perfect. But when we choose to follow the white man and go outside of that, that's where we lose that perfection and go into this weird confusion where you got 0.25 of a day. You got a third of a day.
Right.
Eighth of a day.
Now let's go to the Julian calendar again. We're gonna go to the table of months. So we just kind of going over the history and what this all about, right? To get the world aligned with paganism, right? To get the world following an idol god such as the white man and not Christ. So let's go to table of months.
No, that's not how you do it. Just scroll down.
That's under, yep. Let's see here. Where we at? Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Donate. Make sure y'all donating. All right? Let's pull that up. It's going to be the table of months. All right. All right, now we're looking at the table of months. So this is the Julian calendar. So as you see, right, let's scroll down. What's that called? Januarius?
Januarius.
Okay. This is before 46 BC. It had 29 days. The Lent, 46 BC. Let's see, Lent as of 45 BC when the Gregorian calendar took effect. And basically January, that's in English. So you see January, February, you see the leap year. Scroll down. And you can see where he actually added another 2 more leap months. This is where we get the year of confusion, which that 1 year, in order for Julius Caesar, in his mind, to realign things, he had to put another 2 months in for 1 year, which made it the longest year ever, 445 days.
What?
All right, so just wanted to go over that. Now go to the motivation.
Motivation. The ordinary year in the previous Roman calendar consisted of 12 months, for a total of 355 days. In addition, a 27th or 28th day intercalary month, the mensis intercalarius, was sometimes inserted between February and March. This intercalary month was formed by inserting 22 or 23 days after the first 23 days of February. The last 5 days of February, which counted down toward the start of March, became the last 5 days of intercalarius. The net effect was to add 22 or 23 days to the year, forming an intercalary year of 377 or 378 days. Some say the mensis intercalarius always had 27 days and began on either the first or the second day after the terminalia, 23rd of February. If managed correctly, this system could have allowed the Roman year to stay roughly aligned to a tropical year. However, since the pontifices were often politicians, and because a Roman magistrate's term of office corresponded with a calendar year, this power was prone to abuse. A pontifex could lengthen a year in which he or one of his political allies was in office, or refuse to lengthen one in which his opponents were in power.
Read on.
Caesar's reform was intended to solve this problem permanently by creating a calendar that remained aligned to the sun without any human intervention.
So he tried to do that just like where the lunar cycle, right? The 12 months aligned with the moon perfectly, he tried to make it align with the sun perfectly, according to their religious holidays.
Bring it out.
But read it.
Caesar's reform was intended to solve this problem permanently by creating a calendar that remained aligned to the sun without any human intervention. This proved useful very soon after the new calendar came into effect. Varro used it in 37 BC to fix calendar dates for the start of the 4 seasons, which would have been impossible only 8 years earlier. A century later, when Pliny dated the winter solstice to 25th of December because the sun entered the 8th degree of Capricorn on that date, this stability had become an ordinary fact of life.
Now let's go to replacement by the Gregorian calendar.
And it's crazy because that shows you that everything the white man does is for power. So
Right.
their pontifex, they basically could change time, like we read in Daniel 7:25, all in order to give power to themselves or take power away from others. So
Exactly. We're gonna go to replacement by the Gregorian calendar. That is Let's see here. Scroll down. Well, you might have to bag out. Click the side button. It's there you go.
okay, here we go.
Read that.
Replacement by the Gregorian calendar. The Gregorian calendar has replaced the Julian as the civil calendar in all countries which had been using it, Greece being the last to do so in 1923.
All right, let's go down to transition history.
Transition history. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII promulgated the Gregorian calendar. Reform was required as the Julian calendar year, with an average length of 365.25 days, was longer than the natural tropical year. On average, the astronomical solstices and the equinoxes advanced by 10.8 minutes per year against the Julian calendar year. As a result, the 21st of March, which is the base date for calculating the date of Easter, gradually moved out of alignment with the March equinox.
So this is the reason they had to create the Julian calendar again, because one of their religious festival is Easter. So now let's go back to Roman calendar now. We're going to go to the Roman calendar.
And
then we're going to click the last paragraph.
And as you can see, it was 1582. At that time, we had been conquered. It goes back to Romans 13. When the devil gave this white man power to take over again, he changed times and laws and brought it back to his witchcraft.
Right. Now this is going to break it down a little more. Let's read that last paragraph at 365.
F11, there you go. At 365.25 days.
So that's the Julian calendar.
The Julian calendar remains slightly longer than the solar year.
So it was longer than the solar year, Reed, which was what?
365.24 days.
Reed.
By the 16th century, the date of Easter had shifted so far away from the vernal equinox that Pope Gregory XIII ordered a further correction to the calendar method, resulting in the establishment of modern Gregorian calendar.
So that's why the modern day Gregorian calendar was established.
And officer, even as you read the vernal equinox, Easter and the vernal equinox, it goes back to in Jeremiah 10 about not observing the signs of heaven, because everything they do is based off the sun and how the stars and everything is moving. It's all witchcraft and idolatry.
So they did this once again. Now the world is following this. The world is under subjection to this white man.
To this day.
Right? It was all for political power, psychological power. Everybody is you got people way in where? Iraq celebrating a white man, Santa Claus, Christmas.
Yeah, how you Muslims celebrating Christmas? Is your Santa Claus white too, or is he Arab?
He's white.
Let me know.
He's white.
Oh, one dude in the barbershop. Remember yesterday in the barbershop?
Yeah.
We asked him what Muhammad was and what an Arab was, and he said it was white.
White.
Damn.
Brother from Senegal. Shout out the continent.
Message.
All right, let's click on the Babylonian calendar. So the Babylonians was doing this too. So we just want to show you that. So click on that Babylonian calendar. Just shows you that celebrating New Year goes back, and as far as Babylon and farther. But read that.
Akitu, the Akitu festival. Akitu, the Babylonian New Year's festival, celebrated to honor the supreme god Marduk, his crown prince Nabu, and other gods. The name Akitu is very ancient. In the 3rd millennium BCE, the Sumerian population of southern Mesopotamia celebrated the Aki Sigurku, the festival of the sowing of barley. It was celebrated in the first month of the year, that is in March, April. In the Babylonian calendar, this month was known as Nisanu, and in the modern Jewish calendar, it's still called Nisan. Since the festival was celebrated on the first day of the Babylonian year, we can call it a New Year's festival. In fact, the ancient Babylonians already called it Resasatim, beginning of the year.
Message.
The festival better conglomerate of festivities was celebrated on 2 locations in Babylon, and the temple of the supreme god Marduk, the Esagila, and the house of the new year, which was situated north of the city. The 2 gods who were in the center of the festival were Nabu and his father, the supreme god Marduk, who was in the 1st millennium BCE usually called Bel, Lord, because his real name was considered too holy to be pronounced.
And guess what? We were in ancient Babylon celebrating New Year, right? This god here, Akitu.
And you can see how it morphed. It went from celebrating Marduk and Bel to celebrating one god, Janus. But you're still doing the two back and forth things. And
right.
That's crazy. That's
crazy. It's
crazy.
crazy.
It's heavy. So basically, you got last week's Christmas. Obviously, we showed that Rome and America digs up these archives to go back to ancient kingdoms and what they was worshiping, such as Nimrod and Tammuz and Semiramis in ancient kingdoms. Just like New Year's, Rome and America, they searched through this stuff all the way back to Babylon to do what? To bring back to life these pagan days.
Bring it out.
But it's like you said, it's the same day.
It's the same thing. All the kingdoms has been against the Most High God. Has always been against the Most High God and his people. Right?
It's like this is the worst one because they put the name of Jesus on it.
Right.
So it deceives the world.
Deceived the world. Right. And they painted his face white and everything. They just everything against God.
Because even in Babylon, they knew God, they knew Christ looked like us. They ain't had no qualms about that. They knew that's the Son of God, big black man up in there. Yeah, the God of Daniel. Oh, damn, he looked like the Son of God. He looked like the Son of Man.
All right, so we're gonna play this next video.
You mind if I grab a scripture?
Go ahead and grab this.
Give me Revelations 13 and verse. Is that 2? Yeah, verse 2. It's crazy how Bishop brought this out yesterday. And it's all like, yo, this whole class is head. That's crazy. That's the spirit, yo. Read that for me real quick.
The book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
So this beast is talking about this 4th beast, Rome or America. It says like a leopard. The leopard was Greece. And we can see how they borrowed elements from Greece, including the gods they worship. Read.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear.
Meaning he took elements from the Persian Mede Empire as well. Read. This is This is the point I want.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
The lion is Babylon. He speaks like Babylon. So he does the same things that Babylon does, even going back to like Officer Adam brought out, Akitu. That's New Year's all the way back then. Read.
And the dragon gave him power.
Satan gave him the power to set up New Year's or to do his weird calendar. Read.
And his seat.
And his seat.
and great authority.
So all his ability to take over the world and force us all to worship a white Jesus and to worship these evil pagan holidays all comes from the devil. Right. So if you celebrate in New Year's in January, you are then worshiping the devil. The devil.
Officer, you're right. I don't know if they have the article about Trump throw some missiles to Nigeria, and then he say Merry Christmas to the dead, and he killed a whole bunch of people. You saw it?
That's crazy. Damn. And you know what's messed up? Nigerians still gonna celebrate Christmas.
Right.
They still gonna celebrate New Year's.
Christmas, and they're about to celebrate New Year's. Right.
This man dropped bombs on you and said, "Merry Christmas. Here your gift."
Merry Christmas to the dead.
White Jesus says hello.
Right.
Play the music. I will both of them.
Right.
And Somalians ain't black.
Yeah.
I know blah
no
pop.
Negro.
I know blah pop. Nunca.
All right, let's pull up this next video so you can see the difference between solar and lunar real quick. Play that.
History of New Year's Day, January 1st. Civilizations around the world have been celebrating the start of each new year for at least 4 millennia. Today, most New Year's festivities begin on December 31st, the last day of the Gregorian calendar, and continue into the early hours of January 1st. January 1st becomes New Year's Day.
Wait a minute, what's the
The
name
early
of this
Roman
video?
calendar consisted of 10 months.
This should be the when the lunar New Year. Yeah. Run it back.
Yeah, officer, you know what's crazy? The white men like to run the calendar, by the sun. But God said, but the new moon, we got to count the Sabbath, the new moon, and the white man say, I want to do opposite. I want to do the sun.
Because he's our evil twin brother, so he has to do. He's contrary. Exactly, contrary. Everything we do, everything we supposed to do and do right according to God, he said, nah,
just
wrong.
Yeah, just like the new moon. If you look at new moon on Google,
which is based on the
it will be. Oh my goodness! Fix the mics, please.
Yeah, if you look on the new moon on Google, it's the dark moon. I'll finish your thought for you.
Appreciate it.
It's the dark moon. The white man celebrate the new moon as the dark moon instead of the new moon being its fullest when it's brightest. Everything they do is contrary.
All right, y'all got the right video? All right, let's go.
journey, where we unravel the fascinating differences between the solar and the lunar calendars. Let's start with the solar New Year, which is based on the complete revolution of the Earth around the Sun. This journey takes approximately 365.25 days, giving us the familiar 12 months of the Gregorian calendar. January 1st marks the finish line.
I think this is where you get a solar eclipse too, where the Earth's shadows blocks the sun. The sun becomes dark during the day. I just wanted to say that, but go ahead.
Under the sun's warm embrace. This calendar, adopted by most of the world, is perfect for farmers and astronomers as it aligns with the seasons and predictable solar cycles. Now let's meet the Lunar New Year.
Go ahead.
Forget the sun, this one's all about the moon. It follows the moon's phases, completing 12 cycles around 354 days in a year. The lunar cycle lasts about 29.5 days, shaping the lunar months. Because 12 lunar cycles are shorter than a solar year, the Lunar New Year hops around the solar calendar, bringing fresh starts at different times each year. The development of these calendars has ancient roots. The solar calendar, like the Gregorian, evolved over centuries to align with the seasons. On the other hand, lunar calendars, based on moon's phases and prominent in many ancient cultures, were tied to agricultural cycles.
You know what's funny? Because, like, she said ancient cultures, and they have the Mayan calendar up. When they say ancient culture, they mean everybody outside of Esau. Esau do that weird stuff. But when you look at the Chinese, which is Moab, the Moabites, or you even look at the Japanese and Koreans, which are the Ammonites, which are Shemitic people, they keep a Lunar New Year, and their New Year be in the beginning of the year, in March, April. Everybody else do it the right way, whereabouts. But the white man is like, nah, I gotta do it how I want to do it. I can't, like you said,
Esau is a badass kid, man. He just a badass kid. Just want to just do his own
whatever,
thing.
whatever. I do what I want.
Yeah.
Hey, you got something? I just want to clear up the dang Earth rotating around the sun, real quick. Job 26 and 7. Two scripts, real quick. Job 26 and verse 7.
Oh, John and his bag.
Hey, that's what they taught us. I remember doing projects on this. The sun was in the center, didn't move, and everything rotated around it. Little do we know that's sun worship. That's Roman ideology. Read
Did that project, Jonah?
Which verse?
26 and 7.
The book of Job, chapter 26 and verse 7. He stretcheth out the north over the empty place, and hangeth the earth upon nothing.
It says God hung the earth upon nothing. God put the earth in place. He solidified it and hung it upon nothing. Don't ask me how he did that. But what I can tell you is the earth is stationary, according to what God said. Now get Ecclesiastes 1 and 5. Ecclesiastes 1 and 5. The Bible say the earth will abide forever. So we got to start reshaping our mind based on how God says things are, not these theories that Esau gave to us, taught to us. Read that.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 5.
Bring it
The
out.
sun also ariseth, and the sun goeth down.
No, the sun stays in the center. What did God say?
The sun also ariseth,
Uh-huh.
and the sun goeth down.
Just like we see with our two eyes, the sun arise in the east,
Right.
go down in the west. Read.
And hasteth the place where he arose.
Do you know what hasted means? That means God is moving the sun in its proper circuits and cycles to do what? Give light to those on the earth, not the other way around.
That's
all right? So I
right.
just want to clear that up. Go ahead.
Y'all getting
praise.
scientific today.
Let's get the
That's right.
let's get the picture of the moon. Let's see the cycle. And then see that here's the cycle. Let's go to Sirach 43 and 7. Like he was saying, the earth is in the center. Right? And you can see that the moon is circling the earth.
You said Sirach 43 and 7?
Yeah.
The book of Sirach, chapter 43 and verse 7. Let's go. From the moon is the sign of feasts, a light that decreaseth in her perfection.
Right? So a light that what?
A light that decreaseth in her perfection.
You see the new moon here to the left? That's the moon in its perfection. Right? That's the beginning of months. Right? And it decreases in her perfection. Right? It goes around, right? All the way one whole cycle, dark, then increases back to the new moon, which is another month, right? And as we was looking at that earlier, that take roughly, 29 days, roughly. But that changes, So let's read it again.
Sirach chapter 43 and verse 7. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection.
Read.
The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven.
That's
Okay,
right.
and it says increasing wonderfully in her changing. Right? So it decreases in her perfection, then increases wonderfully in her changes. Right there.
That's right.
All right, so that's the moon circling the earth. Okay? That's what we would call the lunar system.
Bring it out.
Or the lunar cycle. All right? Now let's get that next video. Y'all got anything?
I'm just over here pondering, like they even called it the solar system, as if that's the center of everything. Damn, I'm sorry.
Because that's their God. Their God is at the center of it instead of God
Solar.
being at the. That's deep.
Right.
Hey, Officer Jonah deep, bro.
Officer Don, hey, all praises. Bring it out, officer.
All right, now we're gonna get into. We talked about the gods, the gods of the empires of the other nations. which we still serving today.
Right.
All right, let's play this video.
Let's go.
A single day that unites billions. A single moment that marks the passage of time. But what if I told you that the new year, that celebration of hope and renewal, was born from fear, chaos, and the relentless search for meaning? Stay with me, because the story of New Year's is older and stranger than you think. Our journey begins over 4,000 years ago in ancient Babylon. It wasn't January 1st, but it was late March when the Babylonians marked their new year during the spring equinox. To them, it was not a time for new beginnings, but rather for survival. They needed the gods' favor to uphold cosmic order in their festival, Akitu. For if the gods were upset, chaos would prevail. Crops would wither away, empires could fall. Imagine the fear of an entire
how much they depended on these idol gods? So much that they believed if they didn't sacrifice to them, if they didn't, celebrate them or whatever, that they wouldn't have crops, they wouldn't eat, they wouldn't get rain, they wouldn't get water. Right. That's how much they depended on these idol gods. That's crazy. Play on.
Civilization, depending on rituals to keep the universe intact. This wasn't celebration. It was a battle between order and anarchy. But why did they believe time itself needed to be controlled? Centuries later, another empire took control of time. It was the Romans, under Julius Caesar, who decreed what resonates to this day, that they would redetermine the calendar, declaring January 1st as the beginning of the year. But it was not for the sake of ease. This was political power, pure and simple. January was named after Janus, the two-faced god of beginnings and endings. One face looked to the past, the other to the future, a perfect symbol for an empire that controlled both history and destiny. But here's the twist.
They control history and destiny.
Dang.
Bring it out. The two-faced god, Janus, they took over. They rewrote all history.
Mm-hmm. Bring it out.
And destiny.
All right.
But go ahead.
While Rome celebrated with lavish feasts, sacrifices, and revelry, the shadow of Janus loomed large. To anger him was to invite ruin for the year ahead. It was excitement laced with fear, a reminder that every new year held the power to bless or destroy. Fast forward to medieval Europe and how the calendar became a battlefield. For centuries, the church rejected January 1st as New Year's, branding it pagan and sinful. Instead, they marked March 25th, Annunciation Day, as the true beginning of time. Yet year after year, January 1st clawed its way back, fueled by the stubborn traditions of the people. A tug of war between faith and custom, each side claiming ownership of time itself. In the 16th century, Pope Gregory XIII settled the matter by introducing the Gregorian calendar. January 1st ruled supreme once more. But why? What was it about this date that was so irresistible, so enduring across empires and faiths?
It was to honor their god Janus. And what's his name? Caesar. Let's get cue up the next video.
Officer, you think I can pull a scripture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Baruch 6:4.
Come on. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, also, y'all can under his bag. The book of Baruch, chapter 6 and verse 4.
Let's go.
Now shall ye see in Babylon gods of silver and of gold and of wood borne upon shoulders.
Yes, that's what we're seeing right now. Since Babylon, we're celebrating these pagan gods still today. New Year's, Christmas, Akitu, Janus. And we don't, your pastor not teaching you this. You're not learning this in your church.
To this day.
They're celebrating with you Año Nuevo. They're celebrating with you La Navidad, You praising Virgin de Guadalupe, Santa Muerte. You praising all these false gods that have been here from the top of Babylon.
Message.
Read.
Which caused the nations to fear.
Yeah, those nations, it's not you, because God called you the Israelites. Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you have the Israelites. You're not the other nation. The other nations fear those gods. That's why they made those calendars, trying to keep up with the customs. But now, because you was conquered and in slavery, now you're following those false gods.
Bring it out.
Right. They born upon shoulders. These gods are carried on shoulders, set in place as statues and idols. Right? These are no gods. Get the book of Isaiah 96 and 4. What is that? Psalm 96 and 4.
The book of Psalms, chapter 96 and verse 5.
Let's go.
For all the gods of the nations are idols.
You see, all the gods of the nations. The Lord said, all the gods of the nations are idols. They are idols, right? They got to be carried, right? They got to be set up and put in place, carved out.
Message.
All of them are idols. Is there more?
But the Lord made the heavens.
All right, but
That's
the Lord
right.
made the heavens. All right, let's get that next video.
And that goes into how they thinking that Janus controls the everything, but it's like, no, God controls it, not your stupid idol.
That's right.
Right.
Damn, that's a good point.
Others. The one we use today in the Western world originated from the Roman calendar. Incidentally, the early Roman calendar evolved from that of the Greeks. It was basically a lunar calendar with an extra month inserted every so often to keep the months in step with the seasons. They were named Martius, Aprilis, Maia, Junius, Quintilis, Sextilis, September, October, November, December, Januarius.
Pause. Even back then, the names of it goes all the way up to Quintilis. That's telling you 5, the 5th month, the 6th month, the 7th month. It's telling you how they supposed to be aligned in our year, but they just put it right in front of our face, like you said, and we don't even consider. But go ahead.
The white man 100% thinks blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are stupid. That's why they do things like that, because we're stupid.
I mean, the Bible said we don't even consider.
Right, exactly.
Right. We stupid. Go ahead.
Stupid.
Y'all all right?
Play on.
And Februarius. These names have pretty much been the same since the past 2,500 years. Unlike today, the Roman year began with March. The calendar consisted of 355 days, which was about 12 lunar months. The intercalary month, Mercedonius, was added when needed at the end of February. So when that happened, February was shortened to 23 days. Julius Caesar took it upon himself to bring the calendar in line with the seasons. He ordered 3 intercalary months should be added at the end of the year, and rearranged the length of the months, giving them their present duration. He eventually rejected the lunar month entirely and adopted the solar year, which had an average length of 365.25 days. The 4-year leap year cycle was added to resolve the 25th of a day. The reforms took place on January 1, 45 BCE. This changed the beginning of the year from March 1st to January 1st as we know it today. The calendar was called the Julian calendar for obvious reasons. The 7-day week was followed by Judaism and Islam. The week was set around a day of rest and religious practices. Romans didn't have a day of rest, so their 8-day week cycled around market days. Eventually, astrologers assigned a planet to rule each of the 24 hours of the day in a continual sequence. This led to the Roman 7-day cycle. Saturn, the Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus became Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The names of the first 6 months are partially derived through the fact that certain Roman...
Drop the bomb!
Hit the bomb!
Come on, brother! Says Saturday is Saturn's day. All that again goes back to Jeremiah 10 about worshiping the signs of heaven.
Right.
Everything they do, going back to your point about them giving power. America gives power to the first beast. You ain't never stopped being enslaved to Rome.
Right.
Ain't nothing changed. You still this white man's slave.
They mocking you and our God, because even to say, like you brought up the point before, if you don't worship this, the crops and the seasons aren't gonna give forth its fruit and everything like that. Get Zechariah 14:16, because Bishop brought this up yesterday.
Come on.
The one true God is the only person that can control. Read.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations,
The other nations, go ahead,
which came against Jerusalem, shall even go up from year to year to worship the King the Lord of hosts.
Meaning the other nations are going to worship the one true God. Go ahead.
And to keep the feast of tabernacles.
They will keep tabernacles. Go ahead.
And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth.
The nations that don't keep the laws of God, the one true God, not no damn Janus. Go ahead.
Unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts. Even upon them shall be no rain.
Meaning, when you don't keep the commandments of God, that's when you don't get no rain. That's when your crops don't get fruit. That's when you die. The one true God is the only one who can do that. No damn Janus.
Right.
Hey, they make sure Janice is happy and they don't use even numbers. But they don't care about the God of heaven and earth.
Nah.
What they say, even numbers, right?
Right.
They don't want to use even
I
numbers.
think, even numbers are scary to them.
Right.
Two.
And make sure
superstitious or something.
And next time you see a white man, just be like, 2, 28.
Hey, play on.
Gods had feast days or times centered around them. For example, Janus was the god of beginning, so January was used for the name of the first month of the year. The month of March was the time that soldiers would begin war, so it was named after the god of war, Mars. The other 2 months were named after Roman leaders, and the rest of the months were just named after the number of the month that they were. October, 8th month, November, 9th month. The Julian calendar was simple, which made everything seem fine and dandy.
So July and August is Julius and Augustus. So they both name after Roman leaders, which we still have those months today.
They deify themselves.
Right.
To this day.
They're now deities. Play on.
A problem that added up every year. The 365.25 day year is 11 minutes and 15 seconds longer than the true length of the tropical year. After 128 years, the season begins a whole day earlier. The Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans didn't have an issue with days not lining up perfectly, but the Christian church did. You see, they wanted to make sure that the religious holidays they celebrated were on their actual days. Pope Gregory XIII took it upon himself to resolve this problem and came up with the Gregorian calendar. The changes he enacted resolved the shift at the beginning of each year, set a standard for the length of a year in days, minutes, and seconds, among other things. The changes were not accepted in England and the British colonies in America until 1752. By then, the English calendar was off by 11 days compared to the calendar of continental Europe. Because of this, dates of events such as the timeline of historical figures will often have 2 dates. The Gregorian is called the New Style and the Julian the Old Style. The birth of Isaac Newton was the 25th of December, 1642 in accordance to the Old Style, but was the 4th of January, 1643 in accordance to the New Style. In the Middle Ages, New Year celebrations were abolished due to their pagan origins, but the celebrations were started again in
Middle
1582.
Ages is talking about when black people ruled. Because again, we weren't righteous at the time, but you still had those who wanted to follow God, and we knew, like, hey, we shouldn't be doing what these pagans are doing. Go ahead, read.
Bring it out.
Continue.
The modern calendar can't be credited to one specific person. It's pretty much the Gregorian calendar, but with an addition of dates for Christian celebrations and the way years are numbered.
And then to your point, Officer Hasadiah, when the Renaissance era came into play, when white folks came back into power, they started conquering our people, black folks, the Moors, things like that was ruling Europe. That's where you got April Fools, because white people tried to bring back that dead of winter celebration of New Year, but you had some people that was like, nah, the New Year is around April. It's around March, right. April. And what did they do? They called us fools, to basically deter us from keeping, acknowledging the New Year when it's supposed to be.
And they still call us fools because, like we said, they think we stupid. Yep. You mind if I grab scripture real quick?
Go ahead.
Give me 1 Thessalonians 2 and 3.
Let's go.
All praises. And we the spirit today.
Come on.
Because everything this man does, just like Officer Adana brought out with August and Caesar Augustus and Julius Caesar, they deified themselves. That's why you worship those months as August, and July. You still worshiping the white man. Watch
Bring
this.
it out.
Start at verse 3.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3.
Let's go.
Let no man deceive you by any means, For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
Like Officer Jonah had brought out, that falling away was that Renaissance period when we started to go into slavery, when they conquered us out of Spain and Europe, when they came to this side of the world and they toppled our empires and put us in slavery. Go ahead.
Come on. And that man of sin.
The man of sin is this white man. We've been proving it all show that everything the white man does goes against God's laws. Read.
And that man of sin be revealed.
Read.
The son of perdition.
The white man, all these Caucasians, Europeans, because that's who Esau is, he has to be revealed. He is the son of perdition, the son of hell, the devil. Read.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
I mean, everything that the Bible says, he says, no, I go against that. I don't care what you talking about. It's what I say goes. Read.
Or that is worshipped, so that he as God.
He has set himself up as a God. He deifies himself. He says, I control the time. I control the calendar. I tell you Negroes when a new year starts. Read.
So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God.
He sets himself up as Caesar Borgia to be Jesus, or as the Pope to be God, saying, I'm second to Christ. I, God, I do this. Read.
Showing himself that he is God.
Now he worships himself and he even thinks he's God, knowing it not true. And got us thinking he God. So the point now we worshiping New Year's and saying he's God and doing his evil.
Right. Let's get this next video real quick.
The earliest recorded celebration of New Year's Day dates back to 4,000 years to ancient Babylonians. Unlike the current calendar system, which begins...
So we're having to get little pieces out of each video. So this is going to go into our destruction too, and our oppression. But go ahead, play on.
New Year in January. Babylonians celebrated in mid-March on the new moon after the spring equinox, which is the day which has the equal amount of sunlight and darkness. This event was a massive religious festival called Akinu. It spanned 11 days, during which different rituals and ceremonies were conducted. In 46 BC, Julius Caesar introduced a solar-based calendar known as the Julian calendar, and it replaced the flawed Roman lunar calendar that had been used since the 7th century BC. This new calendar introduced the concept of a leap year, and Caesar declared that January 1st was the first day of the year to honor Janus, which was the Roman god beginnings and tradition, and was portrayed with two faces facing in opposite directions. While January 1st is accepted as New Year's Day in Rome, many cultures continue to celebrate New Year's Day on different dates that were significant in their own calendar. Usually this involved agrarian or astronomical events. For example, during the Middle Ages, in Western Europe, New Year's Day was celebrated on March 25th, which was the Feast of Annunciation.
So the
as
Feast
the beginning
of Annunciation. We're going to get into that, but go on, play on.
Their year. Gradually, Western countries would move back to January 1st. This shift largely occurred due to the Gregorian calendar's adoption, named after Pope Gregory XIII, who introduced this calendar in 1582. The Gregorian calendar aimed to bring about a shift in Christian celebration of Easter closer to the time of year it was observed when the early church was founded. Today, New Year's Day signifies a fresh start and a chance to make changes.
All right, that's it. Now pull up the Feast of Annunciation, because all this is based on Christianity. Easter, Feast of Annunciation, Christmas, all these are aligned with each other. All right, let's read the Feast of Annunciation.
The Feast of Annunciation commemorates the visit of the Archangel Gabriel to the Virgin Mary, during which he informed her that she would be the mother of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. It is celebrated on the 25th of March. However, if the 25th of March falls either in Holy Week or in Easter week, the feast is postponed to the Monday after the second Sunday of Easter. Other names for the feast include the Solemnity of the Annunciation, Lady Day, Feast of Incarnation, and Conceptio Christi. The Feast of Annunciation is observed almost universally throughout Christianity, especially within the Catholic Church.
I click on Lady Day.
Lady Day sounds funny. In the Western liturgical year, Lady Day is the common name in some English-speaking and Scandinavian countries of the Feast of Annunciation, celebrated on the 25th of March to commemorate the annunciation of the Archangel Gabriel to the Virgin Mary that she would bear Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
So they are worshiping, well, they created a holiday or a religious day called the Feast of Annunciation on May the 25th. Now that day today is called Lady of Guadalupe, right? So they were celebrating this day instead of Passover, right? They say, no, this is our religious day. And a lot of time the calendar didn't align right where it was shifting between Easter and this day.
That's why I laughed, because I was like, what you mean if it falls on this, then that? That's so weird. Like, why your day just ain't your day? Why it ain't when you say it is? God say this day is on the 15th day of this month, and that's what it is. Y'all are like, well, maybe it could be like this if you like. I don't know.
They actually call Easter, I think, a movable day or something like that.
That's always weird, too.
Yeah.
They say it depends on the spring equinox.
Mm-hmm.
So they say whenever the spring equinox land, it's the I believe they say the first moon after that, and then the first Sunday after that is Easter, or the second Sunday, something like that. But yeah, it's movable.
More confusion.
Right.
Amazing.
So what they saying with this Feast of Annunciation or Lady Day, they saying that they immaculate conception, basically. They're going into immaculate conception, saying that Mary was impregnated by an angel.
Right.
Right? But we know that's not true, because Mary had a husband. She had, and his name was Joseph. Let's get that, by the way. What you got?
No, I'm saying like you say, officer. In the history, when the Spaniards took the city of Seville on 1712, the Moors, they already had over there the Virgin Mary with baby Jesus, and they hid the statue for years, and that was by the river of Guadalupe. That's how the Guadalupe name came after.
Okay, that makes
so
sense.
it's actually it was the Diana, in the Babylonians.
I was gonna say, you trying to blame Judah?
Right.
Don't do that.
I'm saying that that the Spaniards before the Moors took over the city because on the time of the Renaissance.
Oh, okay. Well, no, okay. So you're saying that because the Moors had this idol and they hid it by this river when the Spanish came and took over, and that's where that name came from.
No, the Spaniards hid the idol when the Moors took over
okay.
Spain.
I got you.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Let's get Luke.
Luke
1, I think.
Okay. 1 in verse.
See here.
31.
Bring it out.
Or 27.
Let's start at 26.
26. The book of Luke, chapter 1 and verse 26.
Bring it out.
And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God into a city of Galilee named Nazareth to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph.
So a virgin who was espoused, meaning betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph. Read.
Of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary.
So that means she was already given to Joseph. She was betrothed to Joseph or espoused to Joseph, right, to be his wife when she become of maritable age. Read.
And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail, thou
that... Now, he didn't come in unto her as you might think. he went to her to tell her something. Read.
Hail, thou art highly favored. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women.
He said she's blessed among women. Read.
And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be. And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus.
She shall conceive and bring forth a son, shall call his name Jesus. Read.
And he shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David.
All right, now go to Matthew.
Come on.
You want Matthew 1 and 18? Or verse 16?
Let's see. Let's go to 1. Yeah, that's 16. Matthew 1:16.
The book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, of whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ.
And who? And Jacob begat Joseph, the husband of Mary, whom was born Jesus, who is called Christ. Jump to 18.
Verse 18. Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. When as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph.
Was espoused, betrothed to Joseph.
Come on.
Before they came together.
Before they had a wedding ceremony. Read.
She was found with child of the Holy Ghost.
She was found with child. She was pregnant. Right. So guess what? They had sex before the marriage ceremony. So you had to understand the customs back then, right? You're supposed to have the marriage ceremony. Well, you're supposed to get papers, right? Have the marriage ceremony and then have sex in the wedding chamber.
Joseph jumped the gun.
Right. Joseph jumped the gun.
Right. And after that, you show the tokens of virginity.
Right, which is the sheets.
Right.
Right?
Bring it out.
The bloody sheets.
But he wouldn't have been able to do that because he was already having sex with her.
Right. So where we at? Read on.
Verse 19. Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man.
Joseph was a just man.
And not willing to make her a public example.
And he didn't want to make her a public example. Now, how would he make her a public example? Let's get that. Is that Deuteronomy? We at
verse 16.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 22 and 13.
Yeah,
or is it?
No, 13.
All right, we're going to show you how he was not willing to make her a public example. Let's read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 13.
Let's go.
If any man take a wife and go in unto her and hate her and give occasion of speech against her and bring up an evil name upon her and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. Then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hateth her. And lo, he hath given occasion of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, and yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city. And the elders of that city shall take that man and chastise him. And they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give him unto the father of the damsel, because he hath brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel. And she shall be his wife. He may not put her away all his days. But if this thing be true.
If she was not a virgin, right? But he knew he was sleeping with her, right? So he didn't want to make her a public example because she was already pregnant before the wedding feast. Now, read that again.
But if this thing be true, and the tokens of virginity be not found for the damsel.
So if she be found not a virgin, read.
Then they shall bring out the damsel to the door of her father's house. And the men of her city shall stone her with stones that she die.
She would be stoned with stones till she die.
Bring it out.
Now let's go back to Matthew.
Bring it out.
Matthew chapter 1 and verse 19.
Let's go.
Then Joseph, her husband, being a just man.
So Joseph was a just man.
And not willing to make her a public example.
He did not want to make her a public example. Well, how? Because she would have been stoned until she died if she was found being not a virgin. Right? If he were to disown her and say, I found her not a virgin.
Lie on her.
Lie on her.
Because that's what the Pharisees was doing when they brought the sister to Christ, and they was like, we found her in the act of adultery.
Right.
Kill her. So they already knew how they was getting down.
That's how they was getting down. Read.
Was minded to put her away privily. But while he thought on these things, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a dream, saying, Joseph, thou son of David, fear not to take unto thee Mary thy wife. For that's
his wife, because he slept with her. She is his wife. Don't fear to take up on your wife, read.
For that which is conceived in her.
But that which is conceived in her, is what?
Is of the Holy Ghost.
Is of the Holy Ghost. Let's get the Holy Ghost acts. Is of the Holy Ghost. Meaning the seed that he put in Mary is of the Holy Ghost. Let's get the Holy Ghost acts.
Acts chapter 7 and verse 51. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Ghost. As your fathers did, so do ye. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them which showed before of the coming of the just one, of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers, who have received the law by the disposition of angels, and have not kept it.
Have not kept it. The Holy Ghost is the law. You resist the law, you resist the Holy Ghost by not keeping it. So you have been, when you go back and say, and it says, found with child of the Holy Ghost, that's of the law.
Hit the bomb.
All right. Now, let's pull up some pictures here of the white man coming in and putting his religion, Christianity on us. Let's get that first picture.
Even the idea that Joseph and Mary didn't have sex, or Jesus didn't have no earthly dad, that's to emasculate the black man, to take the black man out the house. That's what it is on a deeper level. He's trying to say Mary is a strong, independent woman and could do it all by herself.
Damn.
Right. All right. Look at this first picture here. You see that? That's the King Keys. That's Christianity right there. Right? Christianity. And all the celebrations of the religious festivals of this white man reverts back to Christianity. Right? Our punishment for not keeping the Lord's commandments. And guess what? We celebrate our punishment. Instead of turning back to the Lord, we're sitting here celebrating our punishment. Because when they came and conquered and colonized us, guess what they had in their hand? The cross. White Jesus.
Virgin Mary.
The virgin, so-called Virgin Mary.
Right.
Let's get the next picture.
Officer, to your point, when Hernan Cortez came in 1521, right? He came with the Belgian concept already. He told Belgian Mary, they used to celebrate Belgian and Guadalupe in Spain. He came with that, with the idea to put that into the so-called Mexicans. But, the Mexicans, you guys are from the tribe of Issachar, right?
So that actually comes from the day of Annunciation,
right?
Which is Lady Day. It didn't come from some coming to whoever he was. That didn't come from that. The white man put that on them and made up a story, and they running with it.
Yep.
And you know what Hernan Cortez was? Amalek. He's Jewish. He's an Israelite. No, not Jewish. Jewish. Like gross. Get away from me. He's an Israelite.
Hey, that last picture you showed was heavy, officer. The one before this one, because
let's pull up that back up on the screen.
Because what we don't understand is this is gonna be in reverse, right? If we do what we gotta do, Go to Isaiah 60 and 14. Look at this picture pisses me off.
Right?
But seeing stuff like this should motivate us to do what we got to do so we can flip the tables. You're right.
That's
no,
right.
Isaiah 60 and 14.
You want 14, 16.
I want 60 and 14. Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 16 and verse 14.
Let's go.
But now the Lord has spoken, saying.
You're not in the right book.
Isaiah?
Isaiah 60 and 14?
Oh, 60.
Yeah. Sorry, I
Come
speak
on.
fast.
Fast talk.
I
You
apologize.
spoke at a frequency I couldn't hear. Suicidal.
Isaiah chapter 60 verse 14. Come on.
Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 14.
Come on.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
If you look at this picture, we are bowed at the soles of their feet, worshiping their religion, forced to worship their religion, Christianity, Catholicism, all these different things. God says if we do what we need to do, if we endure to the end, we'll have power over the nations, like it says in Revelations 2:26, and they will bend to us. They will serve us. They will serve God. And if they don't, like Zechariah 14:16 said, they're going to be destroyed. They're not going to get no rain. So, with that being said, we got to keep the commandments. So-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we are God's chosen people. And we can't be celebrating their high holy days and stuff. Their high holy days. We can't be celebrating their high holidays.
Low holidays.
We got to celebrate God's high holy days so we can flip the script. They're going to bow to us.
Right. And pull up that next picture because, as you can see, we were forced to do this.
Out of Whopper.
We was forced. Look at this picture here. You see the cross, right? They got who's this? Gad?
No, that's Ephraim. That's
Ephraim.
Adawampa.
Okay. You see there? Northern Kingdom. They didn't just do it to Ephraim. They did it to Gad. They did it to Issachar, so-called Mexicans. They did it to Asher. They did it to all the so-called Hispanics, all the Northern Kingdom.
And this brother was gangster, because when they did that to him, they were like basically you need to convert and accept Jesus, white Jesus in your heart. And he was like, what if I do that, what do I get? He said, you get to go to heaven. He was like, will you be there? He's like, yeah. I'd rather go to hell. Send me to hell if I got to go where you finna go.
Right. All right, now let's get now we just showing you now how we was forced, right, to worship their gods, celebrate their holidays. Now look what we're doing now. Let's pull up that next video. And we're going to go to about 35 seconds. Let's get that next video. Look at the state we're in today.
Officer, you mind if I pull a scripture? Because you brought a really good point. Can I get Mark 7 and 7 to 9?
You got to repeat that for me.
Yeah, Mark 7.
7 to 9. What? Oh, okay, word.
Yeah, Mark 7, verse 7
What?
to 9, yes.
The book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Let's go.
Howbeit, in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
This is what's going on with you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You guys are being taught by your pastors, by this Catholic church, by these Christians, are being taught. Say again, read it one more time.
Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Because you by worshiping, celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Virgin Mary, Santa Maria, celebrating all these people, you're not worshiping God. You think, because a lot of Hispanics, when I ask them why they worship the Virgin Guadalupe, they say, oh, that's the mother of God. But God, that's not biblical. That's not in the Bible. I don't say to worship Virgin Mary. Who teach you that?
That white lady ain't no mother of God. We don't know who that white lady is.
Right.
Yeah, random white woman.
Right.
Oh, say it on the mic. She
Right,
a hoe.
whore.
Whore.
Virgin.
Whore.
Whore.
Yeah. Right. You ready?
Verse 8. For laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men.
Yeah, because we forgot who we are. Now you think you from Venezuela, Colombia, Argentina, Mexico, Guatemala. You forgot that you are the children of Israel. You are from the 12 tribes of Israel. You forgot God called you Issachar. God called you Naphtali. God called you Asher.
That's right.
Read.
Ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
That's what you do. That's why you celebrate Christmas, New Year's, your birthday. You celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day. You celebrate everything these white men put you in captivity. This Catholic church, these Christians, pastors, they teach you, yeah, you can celebrate Halloween. You can celebrate everything.
All right, let's continue the video. He right, and then we're gonna go in. We're gonna show you how they doing that right now. Play that video. Look at it. Look at that. That's the Lady Guadalupe in that picture. Keep playing. Play on.
Fish hat on.
Right. And I ain't never seen no Mexican Pope either. Keep
and
playing.
You won't. You will never see it.
Even the president is a Jewish lady.
Right. Let's see who else we see on here. Right there. Pause it and blow that up. Caesar Bow. Blow that up a little bit. Okay, if you can't, but you see Caesar Bow right over there to the side, right?
Butt naked white man on the cross.
So they got the white man and white woman they worshiping, right? And they're serving all white people because there ain't no Mexican leaders in those Catholic churches.
And the Catholic Church freaky too, because when they give you communion, they have the old white man they call a priest take the little cracker and put it on your tongue with his finger.
Oh, dang!
Freaky weirdo.
That was a lot of pedophiles in the Catholic Church.
A bunch of pedophiles. Let's get the next video. Yeah, we're going into the indoctrination now.
And then you let your kids go into these damn Catholic whorehouses to get touched on by these priests.
Damn.
All these hundreds of thousands of cases where priests touch on little kids, and you still let your kids go in there.
Dang. All right, play that. Let's see what the story is.
Important religious images in the entire world. It's the Our Lady of Guadalupe. It was a divine image embedded into a cactus fiber cloak back in December 12, 1531. There was an indigenous man by the name of Juan Diego who recently converted into Catholicism. Every day he would walk from his village to the Franciscan friars who were located in Tlatelolco. On his route he had to pass by Tepeyac Hill. But one day on his route he saw this bright shining figure. She said to Juan Diego that she is the Blessed Virgin who wanted a chapel to be built upon this hill. Juan, of course, couldn't build a chapel by himself, so the Blessed Virgin told him to tell the bishop. Juan,
go to the white man. White man, yeah. This will help colonize all the people. Bring all the people to worship the white lady and the white man.
He said, that's a great idea.
That's
Why
great.
I didn't think of it? Why I didn't do this?
Right, play on.
Malaga. He asked for some proof. The Virgin asked him to go up the hill and collect some flowers. The flowers look unlike anything he's seen before. So he put the flowers in the cactus fiber cloak and brought it over to the bishop. The bishop was stunned because the flowers were Castilian roses that were not grown yet in that area of the world. And as the flowers overflowed, it revealed this image.
The white woman. Let's go to the next video. So now we're just showing you how our people are now just mentally destroyed.
They called it a divine image. That is a lie.
Right.
They're saying the divinity of, first of all, Mary was never white. You gotta prove that. The people of God in the Bible are described as black men and women. First of all. Second of all, they trying to say Mary had no sex, was pure, was a virgin. That's not biblical. So both of them things, how she looked, and the divinity and all that type of stuff is both false.
Okay, let's pull up now the next video.
One of the most significant days for the Mexican Catholic community, marking
Turn
the
that up.
492nd anniversary of the apparition of the Virgin of Guadalupe. Millions of people sang the traditional Mexican birthday song, Las Mañanitas, at Mexico City's Basilica
Millions.
of Our Lady of Guadalupe. The pilgrims traveling far, thousands slept in front of the basilica to greet the Virgin in the morning. According to the story, it was
Idol.
1531 that the Virgin appeared before the
1531.
indigenous peasant Juan Diego at Tepeyac, symbolizing a pivotal moment in the country's religious history.
Hey, they was good and whipped and beat by then. Well, Columbus came in the island in 1400. By the 1500s, they was under subjection.
Right.
Let's pull up the next picture.
Yeah, officer. Even in the video showing like these people sleep over nights used to get to that celebration. They sleep on the street. You used to make sure they can get a close seat to see this idol.
And this all revolves around the Romans again. Roman Catholic. Pull up this picture. That's that lady again.
Damn. So
They didn't just do it to Northern Kingdom. Right. It's all over the world. Look at this. The white man brought that to them, to the look at this. To Judah as well.
So the
Go
same
ahead.
thing that happened in Central and South America and the Caribbean happened to, man, Almar, come on, happened on the continent of Africa as well. Meaning, just like Dominicans be like, I know black, Bobby, I know black. Now you got Somalis talking about, I'm not black, I'm Caucasian and Arab. It's the same thing. White supremacy running rampant in our people's brains.
They say I'm an African Caucasian.
No, he said I'm Arab Caucasian.
Oh, Arab Caucasian.
No, and you don't
Caucasian.
look, your big black forehead don't look nothing like no Caucasian. What's wrong with people, bro?
So this was all forced on us. What we willingly do, happily do today, it to serve and worship idols was forced on us. Let's get the next picture.
Where Joseph at? Where Joseph's statue at? Why it's always Mary? That's my only question. Where Joseph at?
It's to
Why
get-
Joseph ain't never shown?
It's to get rid of that black
Well, if
man.
he would be white if he was shown.
He'd be white if he was shown.
But even then, when you look at the worship of the quote-unquote Virgin of Guadalupe or the Virgin of Mary, that's why Hispanic women want to lighten their skin, put blonde highlights in their hair, and that's why Hispanic men act effeminate.
Right.
Because they all wish to be like this. That's what's propped up in their house.
That's where the Latino spices come from, because a lot of Northern Kingdom brothers, their women be ruling their houses.
Right. As it's kept.
They're scared of their wife.
Right.
They're scared of
Bring
their
it out.
wife, but that's why you got to come to God commandments, and you got to come to the school and IUIC so you can be told how to be a husband
build
and a
up
man.
like you, huh? Cause
Right.
that's how you used to be back in the day.
Right.
Getting beat by a chopper by your wife.
Sim.
Damn.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody getting beat
Let's
by a
get
chopper.
that next picture. All right, see this? This is the next picture. It says
The what? Our Lady of Guadalupe,
Dang.
Empress of the Americas.
Dang.
Damn. Patroness of Latin America.
Queen of Mexico.
Queen of Mexico. You cannot make. Hey, so what's the president of Mexico's name? She the Virgin of Guadalupe then.
Dang.
Because she the Queen of Mexico.
Right.
Damn.
That's that
Steinbaum.
Jewish lady.
Right.
They right.
Y'all worship
They
the
like serving, man.
white women. Claudia
They love
Steinbaum.
serving. You so-called
Come
Mexican,
on,
you
man.
love serving.
Oh, ain't that
Don't
what the
you
Bible
rule
say?
Yeah,
Bow-
they do say it.
Yeah, tribute.
That what the Bible
They
say.
do say you should serve your enemy.
What you say? It say
They love it. They love serving their enemy. though.
It say he bowed his shoulder to bear and became a servant to tribute.
Oh,
Like
well,
you
there
say,
you go.
he loved to do it.
Yeah.
Just to stay there, he'd be like,
precept.
whatever you say, master.
Let me just
Yeah.
get my nap,
Yeah.
and I'll serve you.
Hey, you
Let's-
Mexicans got to wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get the other video queued up for the timestamp.
Yeah, obviously, a lot of, when you go to a lot of Hispanic churches, you see the women running the show. Men are very, quiet, feminine. They don't want to say anything. Oh, I got to ask my wife. They can
They
take
got
no
to ask the
decisions.
Queen of Mexico.
Right.
Their lady.
Evil, yo.
All right, let's play that.
History of New Year's Day, January 1st. Civilizations around the world have been celebrating the start of each new year for at least 4 millennia. Today, most New Year's festivities begin on December 31st, the last day of the Gregorian calendar, and continue into the early hours of January 1st. January 1st becomes New Year's Day. The early Roman calendar consisted of 10 months and 304 days, with each new year beginning at the vernal equinox. According to tradition, it was created by Romulus, the founder of Rome, in the 8th century BC. A later king, Numa Pompilius, is credited with adding the months of Januarius.
That was funny. They put the two puppies up there because the legend goes that Romulus had a brother named Remus, and so they were twins that got adopted by their family, and they were raised by wolves. That's the legend, but we know that's garbage. That's the white man making stuff up again. Go ahead, play.
Februarius. Over the centuries, the calendar fell out of sync with the sun, and in 46 BC the Emperor Julius Caesar decided to solve the problem by consulting with the most prominent astronomers and mathematicians of his time. He introduced the Julian calendar, which closely resembles the more modern Gregorian calendar that most countries around the world use today. As part of his reform, Caesar instituted January 1st as the first day of the year, partly to honor the month's namesake, Janus, the Roman god of beginnings, whose two faces allowed him to look back into the past and forward into the future.
Did we play this?
Romans celebrated by offering sacrifices to Janus, exchanging gifts with one another, decorating their homes with laurel branches, and attending.
This is what I want out of here. Exchanging gifts with one another, which we were the gifts. So keep playing. They was having ridiculous parties. So we're linking this all up together. We're linking Christmas up with the so-called New Year, with Easter. All this is all linked together.
They was having Diddy parties.
Right. Play on.
Raucous parties. In medieval Europe, Christian leaders temporarily replaced January 1st as the first of the year with days carrying more religious significance, such as December 25th, the anniversary of Jesus' birth, and March 25th, the Feast of the Annunciation. Pope Gregory XIII re-established January 1st as New Year's Day in 1582.
Is that it? So all this ties back into their religious festivals, what they had to realign the calendar to coincide with.
To this day.
And it's crazy because like we had brought out with Christmas was supposed to be the day of the slave, where the roles were reversed and you'd be all right. But then they jumped not but like 15, 16 days later, now they whipping you, beating you, raping you, and giving you as a gift.
Damn. Exactly. Let's pull up that next picture. Cause look at this. This is what happened. Let's read that.
On a page inside the book entitled Russian Icons, this picture is displayed, which shows an artist unashamedly repainting the face of the judges by lightening their skin tones so as to transform them into the likeness of the white man. During the Renaissance or Rebirth period, which was a cultural movement that began in Italy around the 1300s, many Jesuit priests were hired to travel throughout Europe to paint Caucasian images to replace the original black paintings that were in existence for centuries.
Hey, that's why that Caucasian picture is all over the earth. What you got?
Yep. Just made me think, man. I wonder if any of us, if any of our people told him, hey, color don't matter. Message. Hey, why you painting Mary and Christ and them white? It don't matter. Message. Color don't matter. It's the message. Right. I wonder if any of y'all told him that.
Bring it out.
He changed it from the original to be white. But go ahead.
Bring it out.
Pope Alexander VI of Rome had also commissioned Leonardo da Vinci to repaint all the biblical characters as Caucasians. In 1508, Pope Julius II commissioned Michelangelo Buonarroti to decorate the ceiling of the 16th chapel, allowing him to interpret and portray as white people the creation of man and other historical events of the Old Testament preceding Christ's birth. The Jehovah's Witness also published a book entitled The Greatest Man Who Ever Lived.
That man's still in the Jehovah's Witness book today.
Right.
Go ahead.
Which continued to promote this false image of a white Christ throughout its pages. For centuries, these corrupt images have caused black people to hate themselves.
And Hispanic people, as we can see, they millions come to worship a white woman. Millions. And they got this white Caesar Borgia on a cross in their churches. Read on.
Because they began to accept and believe that Christ was white and not black like them. Even today, most people still continue to accept this lie. It should be recognized that these false images have been playing a pivotal role because they continue to linger in the subconscious minds of black people.
The subconscious of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It lingers in your subconscious. So through the years and years and years, you just would naturally reject the true image of Christ.
Even to the point where because the cartel, they worship white Jesus.
Right.
They worship the Virgin Mary or what they call it, Santa Muerte. And they have no problem killing another so-called Mexican.
Right,
but why they just let this Jewish lady run they country like that?
Right.
Why they
Christianity is here for you to hate each other. And love is white supremacy.
This even goes to the subconscious of kids, man. How you think a young little black or Hispanic girl is going to school versus that little white girl? It's a whole different mindset that young sister have, that she's not good enough. She got some type of anger, frustration because everything good and heroic is white. Yo, parents, we got to teach the children Christ is black.
Right.
Like daily. We have to, because we talk to the parents.
Right.
And they say, no, I ain't never taught white Jesus in my house. We say, move aside. No worries. Little Rebecca.
Enrique.
Point to Jesus. They point right to the white picture.
And that reverts back to that doll theory.
Yeah, the doll test.
The doll test, right? Where they give girls, right, the different colors of dolls, and they always point to the dark colors
as the evil one,
as the evil or bad, and the white as where everybody want to be.
It's
not just done with black kids. It was done with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They all did the same.
And to your point, even when the Spanish came over here, they have that famous picture where they have the quote-unquote Archangel Michael, a white man, stepping with his foot on the devil's neck, and the devil is black. They put the little, what you call the thing you put over the crib?
The halo?
It's like a, whatever, the carousel, the mobile. Yeah, the mobile. They put the mobile over the little kids, and all the angels be white, but they paint the devils as black. They do that, like you said, Officer Adon, to destroy our kids' brains. So from a youth, the white man good, but me, nigga, bad.
I hate it here.
Let's pull it up. Let's finish reading that.
Even today, most people still continue to accept this lie. It should be recognized that these false images have been playing a pivotal role because they continue to linger in the subconscious minds of black people, causing their perception to be destroyed, which in turn not only leads to deep internalized self-hatred, but are also responsible for creating that ingrained inferiority complex. These false images were never part of the Holy Bible, so it goes to show that it was the Caucasian who was racist from the beginning, because he despised the true biblical image of Christ and his people so much that he retouched and replaced it with his own likeness.
Bring it out.
This act in itself proves that color does matter. But when black people attempt to set the record straight and point out the lies and deception being circulated, they are the ones labeled as racist.
Hit the bomb! Let's pull up this next article about this lady of Guadalupe.
You're a false prophet because
Look at
you
that.
believe in this white Jesus. You're a false teacher because you teach this white Jesus. Everything that you believe in is not in the Bible, random guy in the comments. So take your white supremacy. Like, bro, it's midnight here,
Bring it
bro.
out.
What is you doing? You fighting for white supremacy at midnight, bro? Take a nap. Go have
loves
some
his
milk
master.
and cookie, bro. Do something with yourself.
Hey, he mad we talk about
He
that
mad,
lady.
he We talk big
about
mad.
his
lady.
goddess. We talking about his goddess.
Not
man.
this good
Don't
white
talk
woman.
about white
You
woman.
better leave Miss Laura alone. Everybody say goodbye to Miss Laura.
Oh, what?
Bye, Miss Laura.
Bam.
Don't talk about the white woman.
Will you leave Mouse alone?
Let's pull up the two Guadalupes.
Come on.
Pull it up.
The two Guadalupes.
Let's see here. Let's look at the images first of all. Well, where does white lady come from?
Right. When you got the
I wonder.
the
But
black
let's go pull
Madonna
it
to
up.
the right. Photo above, left, Our Lady of Guadalupe, images on the Tilma, Mexico City, Mexico. Right, statue of Our Lady of Guadalupe in Extremadura, Spain. Both images are public domain found in Wikimedia Commons. Go down. December 12th is observed as the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe in the Catholic calendar. Some points about the apparitions of this virgin. Soon after 1521,
Let's stroll down. Stroll down. Keep going. Let's get the Moors. When the Spanish, read that.
Where's that? Oh, here we go. Oh, this is what Yakinan was saying earlier. He jumped the gun again. When the Spanish city of Seville was taken by the Moors in 712, a statue of the Madonna, Virgin Mary, and Child Jesus was hidden by burying it somewhere in the hills, near the Guadalupe River in Extremadura. Hundreds of years later, at the beginning of the 1500s.
So this was Mary and her child Jesus.
Right.
And they changed it into something else. But go ahead.
Near the Guadalupe River in Extremadura. Hundreds of years later.
It was found where?
Near the Guadalupe River in Extremadura.
I wonder where that name come from. Lady of Guadalupe.
It's crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
You can say, man, I tell you, people follow anything.
Right.
Found a picture of the river, now it's the Lady of Guadalupe.
Man, that's like Northern Kingdom. They be finding pictures of Jesus in their tortilla.
Now we worshiping the Lady of Guadalupe. They found a dang picture of the Guadalupe River. Man, come on now. Wake up. How stupid does it get?
And he think that's his idea.
Right.
When he made that up, he said,
he's
this
like,
is a
you
fresh
know what?
idea.
A shining star came upon me. Let me go to the Pope.
And you're a dummy because you believe it.
Hey, but go ahead and finish that off.
Hundreds of years later, at the beginning of the 1500s, the Virgin Mary appeared to a humble farmer named Gil Cordero, who was searching for a missing cow. Cordero said that the Virgin had asked him to tell the clergy to dig at the place of her apparition. The priest found the hidden statue and built a small shrine there later, becoming a monastery. The statue was vested in gold robes surrounded by gilt columns and remains in Extremadura. Photo at the top of this post right. This Madonna also had dark skin. It was at the monastery that Queen Isabel I and King Ferdinand II signed the authorization of the first voyage of Christopher Columbus to the Americas, who reached the New World in October 12, 1492. The statue was canonically crowned on October 12, 1928 by Pope Pius XI. Hernan Cortez and other Spanish conquerors embraced the Virgin as their patroness during the conquest of Mexico, Aztec Empire. Two ladies of Guadalupe, both dark-skinned, related to apparitions to humble men, and with origins that inspire patriotism and devotion. Skeptics could argue that these were not facts, but just a comedy of the church schemes to exalt the resurgence of Catholicism in the Iberian Peninsula after the conclusion of the Moor occupation, and to ease the conversion process in the American continent after the Spanish conquest. Damn. Some might think the points above are just coincidences, while others truly believe that the affirmation of miracles of each Lady of Guadalupe.
Damn. You see what they did? Out? They brought a white lady in at a humble the men to take them out of their warlike mind and put them in like a docile, self-serving mind to a white woman.
Humble the man.
Damn.
Hey, you know what's crazy? And that's why brothers today want to marry white women. Damn. This right here. From the conquering of the Moors to the colonization of Hispanics on this side, they put that image of a white woman above you, tell you worship it, and now you want to go off and marry Lucy. Now you want to go off and marry Brad's wife. That's what that is. Your interracial relationship is idolatry.
Y'all got to look at the psychology behind all this stuff. Everything is to keep you asleep and in servitude to the white race. whether it be the white woman or the white man.
Damn.
That's why a lot of even these basketball players getting messed up, the coaches and everybody getting screwed up over these white women.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Come on,
Right.
damn. It's crazy.
Because if you that's a thing. If you want a white woman, the white woman don't want, you're not gonna stay acting like a black man. You're not gonna want to serve and love your race. No, you're gonna want to become a white man. Right. In turn, you want to be like white Jesus. Right. You want to be like Caesar.
Exactly. Let's pull up the next video. We're going into now. Our people are in all kind of idolatry. Let's see what the next one is. So Christianity don't care what idolatry you in, right? Play that.
Tepito is known as a place of all kinds of trafficking, one of Mexico City's most dangerous neighborhoods. But at this time of the year, people come here from around the capital and beyond to pray, honor the Santa Muerte, so she can help ward off danger.
The meaning is simply that we purify every image that comes to us. I ask nothing of her. I give her offerings, and she takes care of me.
The Santa Muerte is controversial. The church says her cult is a sin. Across the country, Mexicans honor the deceased, their spirit, who some believe can come back for a brief visit. Many set up altars with flowers, food, candles, and pictures. An ancient Mesoamerican tradition which has evolved through time. Blood or animal offerings have long been replaced with sugar treats.
Damn, for you lardbacks. You lardbacks eating up all that sugar, all them sugary donuts and cakes and cookies. You worshiping the devil, lardback. Lose the weight.
Dang, man. But this goes to show you, it humbled the men.
Exactly.
The young men of the community that's supposed to be the leaders of the nation, the up and coming leaders, and it's supposed to be one of the most dangerous, crime-ridden neighborhoods in Mexico. But on this day, when you bring around that image of white Guadalupe, white Mary,
white skeleton,
our young men are humble, are respectful.
Now they baking cookies for the white woman.
Dang, reverencing the white woman, putting oil on her, speaking to her, thanking her. You seeing that buck breaking process in 2025 just with an image of our people.
And you see how it went from a black woman to a white woman to a skeleton.
Damn.
That represents the dead state of blacks and Hispanics. You want to worship women. When you want to worship idols, you end up dead.
Hey, let's get the book of Exodus 20.
Are you deep, brother?
Nah, not me. I know block.
Let's get verse 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
The Lord say, thou shalt not, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, shall not have no other gods before him. If it ain't the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, then that God don't mean nothing.
That's right.
That God is an idol. Read.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Let's go into what he's talking about, into these graven images. Read.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
So as far as the graven images, you shouldn't be crawling on the ground, bowing yourself to the graven images.
Right, get up.
Read on.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
Nor what?
Serve them.
You're serving graven images. You're serving the white man. You're serving the white woman. You're serving a skeleton. He didn't say you couldn't have an image, but he said thou shalt not what?
Bow down thyself to them.
Don't bow down yourself to them, read.
Nor serve them.
Nor serve them. That's what you so-called Hispanics are doing. Serving idols. Serving the white man. Serving the white woman. Serving the damn skeleton.
Damn.
Read.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
The Lord said he's a jealous God. Now that's why you in the condition that you are in today. Read.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Of them that what?
Hate me.
These curses gonna keep revolving. It's gonna keep returning to your children. It's gonna be transferred to your children, to their children. As long as you worshiping idols, you hate God. And these curses will not stop. Y'all got scripture?
Yeah, give me Exodus. We're going to stay on the same vein. We're going to stay in the same spirit. Exodus chapter, what did I want?
Come on.
Yes, sir. Exodus 23 and 13.
Let's go.
To go exactly along with what Officer Don just said.
Exodus chapter 23 and verse 13. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect.
That goes into, like Officer Don was saying, about we don't even consider the things we're doing.
Right.
We are walking around as zombies, just worshiping white women and skeletons. We don't know what we doing. We worshiping a new year in the dead of winter. We worshiping a weirdo calendar and even numbers. We're being weird, not thinking like, why am I doing these things? Go ahead.
And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods.
When it says make no mention of the names of other gods, that means don't swear by them, don't serve them, don't worship them, don't be in their customs. Don't keep New Year's. Don't go to no New Year's party. Don't get drunk. Don't be weird with no woman or man. Don't pop no fireworks. Don't have no kiss at midnight. That's the mention of another god. That's the mention of Janus. That's the mention of the white man. That's worshiping him. Read.
Neither let it be heard out of thy mouth.
You are swearing by these other gods when you do Christmas, New Year's, the Feast of Annunciation, when you worship the Lady Guadalupe or Santa Maria. All that is worshiping other gods. And you have to be circumspect, meaning get in the Bible. Learn that you're not Mexican. You're an Israelite from Issachar. You're not Dominican. You're not Puerto Rican, Venezuelan. You're not Native American, but you're the Israelites. And God has something that you have to do to keep you from these damned idols.
That's right.
That's a cold precept.
All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. With that being said, we got to come out of sleep. We got to wake up out of sleep. As a fact, get the book of Romans 13 and 11.
Let's go.
Let's get Romans 13 and 11.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Come on.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
You got to know what times we're in, right? That we're in the last days. We're in a time period where we can go Google something and find out the truth about it. We're in a time period where we can read the Bible ourselves and see the true meaning. To see the real truth, to see God's words, right? To know there ain't no such thing as a Trinity. To know there is no such thing as a immaculate conception or a virgin birth.
Come
on. To know there ain't no such thing as that. To know we ain't supposed to be worshiping white women. To know we ain't supposed to be worshiping a white Caesar Borgia.
Come on.
Skeletons.
To know the true meaning of Christianity, which is white supremacy. The Lord says, high time for you to wake out of sleep, you so-called Mexicans.
That's
right. You so-called Hispanics. It's high time for you to wake out of sleep and stop serving idols.
Come on.
Let go your colonizer. Come back to who you are according to the Bible before that time comes where you will be destroyed.
Hit the bomb.
Read.
And that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe.
Our salvation is closer than you think.
That's right.
Because we're not saved. Let's get the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 68. Let's see what salvation is and who we have to be saved from. Because a lot of you in these Catholic church, in these Christian church, walk around talking about you saved. Let's see what the Bible say.
Let's
Luke,
go.
let's read that.
Luke chapter 1 and verse 68.
Bring it out.
Read.
Blessed be the Lord God of Israel.
Of who?
Of Israel.
Of Israel, not the God of
Catholics.
Guadalupe, the God of the Catholic,
God of the Pope.
The God of the Pope, the God of Caesar Borgia, the God of Janus. Not that. It say, blessed be the God of who?
Blessed be the Lord God of Israel.
Of Israel, the black Messiah, read.
For he hath visited.
He hath visited.
And redeemed his people.
He hath visited and redeemed us. Now we can repent and return to who we are as a people.
That's right.
We can return to the laws of God. We can return to the Bible. We can return to our God now. You can let go of those idol gods. Read.
And hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
In the house of his servant. That's the black Messiah. Revelation 1:14. Read.
As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets.
Who is his holy prophets? We are. We're the one telling you to awake out of sleep. We're the one telling you that these idol gods that you shouldn't be serving, they're of no gods. Read.
Which have been since the world began.
We have been here since the world began. Read.
That we,
you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans,
should be saved from our enemies.
That we shall be saved from who?
Our enemies.
What's salvation?
That we should be saved from our enemies.
So you ain't saved because you ain't saved from your enemy. Your enemy is the white man. Your enemy is this idol lady of Guadalupe.
Bring it out.
Your enemy is Caesar Borgia.
The Catholic Church.
Your enemy is the Catholic Church.
Damn.
Right? You got to understand, Roman Catholics, come on now.
Damn.
The Roman Empire still exists in some kind of way in America. Salvation is that we shall be saved from our enemies, and who else?
And from the hand of all that hate us.
They all hate us. Try to stop. Say that you gonna stop worshiping this white woman. See what happened to you. say Caesar Borgia is no God. See what happened. You gonna see the true hate. Long as you serving, you love. Long as you serving this white man, this white woman, they love you. But stop doing and see what happened. Meaning you're not loved. You are a servant. You in the position that they want you to be in.
Bring it out.
Has to die.
So if you don't want to be a servant, actually no. First, play the video. Oh, what's it? Do we do that? So if you don't want to be a servant to your enemies, we have a school near you, 9034 East Easter Place. All right. Or you can visit IsraelUnite.org, find a school near you, right? We got classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week. Make sure you subscribe to IUIC TV and donate to the Booster Club. Boom, right here. So you can help the prophets travel the world and cast down these idols, all right? And wake up the 12 tribes of Israel. Now cue the video.
He's original royalty. Stop. Chill. Relax. He's original royalty.
Soldier, get in.
Oh, I gotta chill. He's original
Wait. Let's do it again. Do it again, but that was
All praises, all praises. Yeah. Hey, make sure you visit originalroyalty.com. Get all your everything you need, whether it be apparel, get you some beard oil, all that. Get you a new calendar, photographer, all that. Visit Original Royalty. Make sure you go right now. Do it. Jair.
That was abrupt. Native Hours film from a live studio audience. Shout out to the brothers that came out to watch. Shout out to the B&T team. Officer Almar, Soldier Azrael, on the 1s and 2s, Soldier Nate, Soldier Nabab, Brother Boaz, working the cameras and stuff. All praise Most High for another good class.
And stuff.
Officer Don.
All right, shout out to our bishop, deacons, and captains.
Yeah.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High for them.
Yeah.
Hey, pull up that thumbnail again. Let's pull up that thumbnail again real quick. Y'all see that? New Year's, a celebration of God's gifts and our punishment. That's what you celebrate. When you're celebrating these holidays, when you're celebrating New Year, look at what you're celebrating. All right? You're celebrating white supremacy. You're celebrating your servitude. You're celebrating idol gods, which reverts back to white supremacy again. There's nothing new under the sun. So, you Hispanics, y'all wake up. It's time to wake up. There's too much information out there. It is time to wake up. Hey, like the song say, wake up! All right?
Yeah.
Hey, with that, I'm Officer Dunn, and to my right,
Officer has to die.
Officer Jair.
Officer Jonah.
Officer Jokanan.
and we have
Right.
been the Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes.
Wake up!
Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock.
Hickory dickory, I know you sick of me, but you a God's enemy. If you live wickedly, don't be an idiot. Follow for trickery, most has had enough. Call all the deacons up, and all of the captains. It's time to get active. We never reacted, we swing into action, cause you're running out of time. Yeah, you're running out of time.